Yo, what's poppin', y'all? How you doing today? Welcome back to the podcast, another episode of Caffeine and Green with your man, Connor Cardenas. Before we get into it today, man, I just want to give a huge shout out to the title sponsors of Caffeine and Green, which is Seven Seas Roasting Company and Thorn Street Brewery, both coming out of San Diego, North Park and South Park. One of the benefits of having Seven Seas as a sponsor of the podcast is that they've afforded me this code, which is CANDG, and that's going to get you 3 bags of coffee for $30. And that's a pretty good deal because if you think about it, 2 bags of coffee is $32, so you're getting a bag of coffee for free. Now, if you go to the website, sevenseasroasting.com, you're going to select any of the coffees except for the Spikes Roast, which is 100% charity roast, so that's not included in this deal. But you're going to get our El Jaguar, you can get our Espresso 5th Gear, you can get our Non-Cali, or our Decaf. Those are all amazing coffees that are on this deal. So you're going to go to sevenseasroasting.com. You're going to pick any of the coffees that I just mentioned. Get 3 bags. Input my code at checkout, CANDG. That's C and G at checkout. And you're going to get 3 bags of coffee for $30. All right, y'all. We're going to do it a little different today. Today is the 2019 end of the year, end of the decade wrap up. That's right. And we have a little bit different today. We have my homie Derm, who you guys all know, Dimetrus Collins. We have my new guest, Raul Lopez. We have next week's guest, Brynn Blackstone, because I wanted to introduce her to y'all. And then we have the return of Sprometheus. That's right. He's a regular here on Caffeine and Green. And it was a great time. We had some good laughs, some crazy stories, and it was just a good time, y'all. So without further ado, Brynn Blackstone, Dimetrus Collins, Raul Lopez, and Sprometheus, Ace of Bays. This is your time to shine, homies, and this is how we end 2019 going into 2020. Let's go! Caffeine and Green. It's your boy Connor. What's good? Good. Caffeine and Green. And we are live.
Hello.
And here we are.
Yeah. Boys,
Not
it
much
is
has changed.
the fucking year end. It is the end of 2019.
Here we go.
And we are on Caffeine and Green. We going live. And today we have, right now in the studio at least, we have Mr. Raul Lopez. That's my homie, my good G, Ray. I've never really said his name out loud, but it's always Ray. It's my G. Sitting to my left for those watching. And then he needs no introduction, really. If you've listened to the show, he's been on probably more than anybody else. Welcome back, Derm.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Derm Collins is in the fucking house. Ray. And then we're going to have a rotating chair. We're going to have some guests come through for a little bit, hang out, say what's good, and
It's good.
just kind of fucking catch up. But, dude, so the reason I wanted to have you two gentlemen here today, actually, real quick, can I get a cheers?
Oh, yeah.
Salute, guys.
Yeah.
Bam.
Cheers. All
Happy
right.
New Year.
Yeah,
Happy New Year, everybody.
New
Happy
Year.
roaring 20s to you. New decade.
New decade, 2020. And that's why I wanted to have you guys come here. Both of you guys have had a very significant impact on my life in San Diego, just in my life general, period, especially during the last decade. So it's like, who better to end it with than these two Gs right here?
I
Yeah,
can't
that's
agree
what's up.
more. That's what's up. Yeah.
Dude, but that's also what I wanted to talk to you guys. I mean, all three of us were talking before the podcast about just like crazy shit that's happened in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
It's been wild.
Yeah.
It's perfect for us because we're the perfect age where we just started our 20s right at 2010, give or take a few years. I think I was like 21.
It was like 23.
23, 22.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then now we're in our young 30s here at the end of the decade. So there's a lot of life to do. There's a lot to live. There's a lot of life that you got to get done in those years. I don't know how to say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You learn a lot during that time.
Dude, yeah, you've grown up. You've matured.
Like 23 to 33 is like crazy time to measure. I mean, just like your whole life. But looking back, I've been involved in a lot of things in those 10 years. So,
Dude.
Yeah. And I think it's we're at a point where we can finally reflect, right? We have some experience behind us.
yes.
We got some stories. We lived some life.
We've done a little bit of hopefully everything at this point.
Yeah, I definitely feel that for sure.
Right? And if not, I mean, we still have many years ahead of us, at least 30 years,
Shit, I hope.
right?
Hopefully at least 20.
That's why you're already selling yourself short there, G. What's good? Come on
I
now.
still jump off stuff, and I like to party.
Dude, I
real.
like to party.
So real,
I'm
man.
here for a good time, not a long time.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. I see you
When's bedtime? When do you call it quits?
on a daily.
Like, for sure.
When the knees don't bend anymore, dude.
Oh, man.
And the legs are sore. I never
Be
go to
all
sleep,
night.
man. I never have time. Sleep when you're dead.
Okay.
Dude, you've been throwing out some airs lately. I've been seeing you skate Vista Park. You're throwing like, oh, yeah, you see me.
I got a little sniff. It's a little cold outside. But yeah. Been trying to focus on some QP stuff, dude. It's cool skating quarter pipes. I don't know. I started way too late. I'm 32 now, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna learn bonelesses. Everybody's like, what the fuck? You can't boneless? I'm like, no.
Whatever. Hey, you
Yeah,
learn them when you learn them, G.
You know what I mean? It's all brand new to me, and I'm finally getting that bug where I'm like, oh, I want to learn front 50s around like bowl corners, or like
Sick.
even if it's not a full bowl, it's just like a quarter pipe.
Quarter
that
pipe,
turns,
yep.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I've never done front 50s or.
Dude, those
anything
are
on
way
quarter pipes.
harder than frontside 5.0s because you gotta like.
Yeah, it's weird.
Grind 'em.
It's different. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
learning that stuff is like makes skating all brand new to me. It's like, oh, this whole realm I've never touched. So it's like starting all over, and it makes it brand new and fun all over again. I'm like, oh, I want to try to disaster a quarter pipe, and everyone's like, you got that? You do? I'm like, yeah, but I'm scared, and I get that feeling. You know?
Dude,
I don't know,
transition in general has always been like one of those things that I kind of scare away from. You know, it's not my comfort zone, but even recently, Durham and I connected at City Heights Park. Yeah, that's right.
That's what's
I
up.
love
Yeah,
you-
that's right.
I love you for it.
Hey,
But this guy was, I don't know, he got me all hyped, and like I learned a little switch blunt to rock, you know, come back in, or switch blunt, just come back in.
Switch blunt to rock.
They
got-
Why you just do switch blunt?
Yeah, well, I did
Bring it
both.
all the way in.
You
That's
know,
what we
I
did,
worked my
yeah.
way up.
He worked his
Ah,
way up. He
come
got
on,
there.
That
He
rock,
did. He got
nah.
that. No. They got this
No.
They got this little quarter pipe with noping on it, and you can learn your blunts. It's like really small. It's probably like 2 or 3 feet big or something. I don't know. It's really small. But you could learn the mechanics of blunts and switch blunts and nose blunts on it.
It's proper.
If it's just
It's proper.
if you're scared to like learn stuff on quarter pipes on proper coping and like I don't know,
Which
it's
I
scary,
am.
So
You're super scared,
Yeah, man, I'm not down for it.
dude. Quarter
Yeah,
pipes
it's
are
just-
butter.
it's
It's
super
unnerving for me, though.
but you know what I mean? Like learning the mechanics of tricks. It's like a training wheel where you can just learn how to come out and dip back into the quarter pipe. And
But
then
that's what you go to Dallas for,
it's like.
dude. That's why you go to
It's
Dallas.
like, it's like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
step below Dallas Park. So if you guys don't know, Dallas Park is like this little mini concrete quarter pipe park. There's no rails, there's no hips, there's no nothing. Just a couple 3 feet to 4 feet, 5 feet quarter pipe.
Then they have this like the gnarly quarter pipe in the back.
Yeah, they got this gnarly one too, but it's really small. There's not much there, and you could just like pretend to be good at training there, and it's cool to do. Like, those
Dude, but the coping sticks out way too far, so like it's not realistic to learn stands up frontside 5.0s on that because when you take it to other parks, it's like, oh, big reality check. Like, yo, this shit is not normal.
But it's cool because you learn the mechanics and the motions, like the muscle memory. You know what I mean? You know
like,
where
just
to
sit on it.
where
Yeah.
to flip your board over on 5.0s, and you could practice it going up and down. So
Yeah.
it's a good park to just like do basic training stuff, or if you want to be like an old guy mode, or you're sore and you just want to shake it off, or you want to skate, not really ollie. You ever go?
Yeah.
You ever go out and skate? You want to skate, but you don't really want to ollie.
I
you know what I mean?
always
Dude, that's me. That's me skating most of the time now.
You're like, fuck, I want to skate, but ollieing sounds like a lot. You just go to Dallas.
Dude, I just shred all the time. That's all. Dude, that's literally how I skate almost all the time now.
You just go to Dallas and you're like kick turn 5.0s and then rock and rolls, and next thing you know you're like trying to learn nose bunt stuff, and then you're trying to like flip into things, and it's only quarter pipe, so it's
Dude,
cool.
but the hip over at Dallas too, that was like the best. Like, you remember, not the hip, but it was like where the two quarter pipes come, so it kind of made you feel like you were like going over a hip.
Yeah.
And it's like tranny to tranny, and dude, the kickflip fucking like go up, like kickflip and go
Yeah.
behind you this way, and then you just feel all like Tom Penny Steve, just like yes.
It's almost like a hip with just a little mellow tranny at the bottom rather than a bank, so
Yeah.
it's just like boom.
It's so
But
butters.
once you get good
So
at it and
butters.
learn the angles and learn the mechanics of the transition there, you could actually treat it like a quarter pipe and send it really far and do tail smacks, like slob grabs. I don't know. You could learn bonuses and beam plants. So it's like cool to learn that stuff. So I go to Dallas and I'm like, oh, this place is brand new.
Dude, please call me next time you're gonna go to Dallas. I want to skate Dallas.
It's hard for me because I work 7 days a week now, and when
So?
I get off of work, it's 4:30, 5 o'clock, and that's right when it gets dark.
All right, when summer, let's fucking, dude, let's go.
better.
Yeah,
bro.
that's why I'm always at City Heights Park because it has lights. But
All right.
summertime, let's go.
Dude, but you're like really good. You're like really good. I watch your Instagram. I'm like, damn, this fool is straight up like a pro skateboarder. You're a pro skateboarder. Period.
I skateboard.
Nah, you're a pro skateboarder.
Everybody's pro now. They're super good. I
Dude.
just like to skate, man. I still enjoy learning, and I still think it's cool to watch stuff over and over and put it in slow mo or go frame by frame and like have a favorite skater and look up to some kid that's killing it. You know what I mean? Like I hear like Leo Romero has a part coming out in Toy Machine. I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait. Like, but it's cool now because like I know him and I work with him, but I still get that feeling like I'm still on the outside looking in. Like this is great. You know what I mean?
But you're also inside though too.
Yeah,
So
definitely. But
little bit better.
I feel like I'm always on the outside just because of how much I like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how much I
You look
still
forward to
want to skate. I want to go skate after work, and like I'm like, damn, I want to learn that trick, or I'm scared to learn like 5-0s on flat bars, on round flat bars.
Bullshit.
But then I get
Dude,
myself.
I see you skating those, doing that exact trick, balanced as fuck.
But then I try it. You know what I mean? Like I've done them when I was a kid, and I'm like, all right, I want to learn how to do it across a whole flat bar now that I'm like a man. You know what I mean?
A man.
So, and I learn it. I sit there and learn stuff, even though it's like a basic stock trick. It's like fun to like try the scary stuff, even if it's just a front 50 on a quarter pipe that's bigger than you, or like
That's tight as fuck.
whatever. So
Yeah.
Front 50 is where it's at.
yeah.
But dude, okay. So, Ray,
That's me.
2019. Tell me about your year. What are we reflecting on for you?
Oh man,
How was 2019 for you?
2019. Man, it was cool. I jumped off at the start of the year, kind of moving out of the hotel industry, which I've been doing for like 13 years or something.
Yeah, you worked in there for a hot minute.
But yeah, man, I jumped out of that and I moved into software as a service. So I'm working with the software company that's actually a hospitality-based company. So still working very closely with the hotel world.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, that was like the biggest thing that happened to me.
Yeah,
this year.
that's it.
But outside of that, y'all know my little boo bear,
Oh, dude, Boo Boo, my
Little-
G.
little Bobo,
Your dog? Your dog?
my little French bulldog.
Yeah, you got a really cute French bulldog. Actually, speaking of French bulldogs, I got bit by one on my chin today. You can't really tell, but I got bit by a dog today on my chin. Sorry to interrupt this.
No,
and
you're
it's
good,
been
man.
it's been bleeding since like noon, and it's like almost 7 o'clock.
I
It's
think it's
staring
fine
at me.
now. It's fine now.
I
It's
hope
not
so.
bleeding.
It's
It hurts,
dried.
though.
Jerem, can I fill you up with some more beer, please?
Yeah. Which one's mine? Though?
That's the Thorn Baja.
Hey, shout out Thorn. Those fools over at Thorn hook it up with beer.
Dude.
We love those guys over there.
Dude, honestly. And they work with Toy Machine too, huh?
Yeah. Over at
that's
Tomieto.
They
what's up.
do. Dude, they
Okay.
have like a special can for the fucking, like has Toy Machine and Thorn on there. I'm like, dude, what? That's so legit.
So we're totally.
So where do we get that?
We're totally intercepting your whole question.
Sorry.
Oh, man, that was it. It was really short and sweet, you know.
Okay.
New
well,
job, new me.
So check this
New
out.
dog.
Kano has
Here's
Thorn
what it is.
Street growlers here on the table, and he's friends with those people over there because he's in the industry and they just connected or whatever. But also where I work at Tomieto, we also connected with them and made it a beer for our foundation 30-year anniversary, and it turned out to be a really cool beer, and everybody liked it, sold well. So they hit us back and said, hey, can we do one for Toy Machine too? We can make a cool can. So I became friends with those people over there just from what I do in sales and stuff, and we've been moving their stuff. And we made a board for them for Foundation.
Did you really?
It just came out. It just
With
came out.
Thorn?
Yeah. It just came out for
Holy
Christmas. We made a Foundation collab board with Thorn Street Brewery.
Dude, they are. Dude, I
They're
love
our best
Dennis.
friends, dude.
Dennis is the homie, bro. He's like, cheers. Come on, let's get some.
Thanks,
Let's
for, the,
get some,
thanks for
guys.
the beers, guys.
Yeah.
Every time.
Thorn
Shout out,
Street.
shout out. That's what's up.
All
That's what's
right.
up. All right, fuck yeah. Well then,
So good.
Ray, real quick. Then, I mean, maybe I should ask you a different question instead of
Yeah, man, there's a lot going on in here. You know?
instead of asking you about 2019, which obviously wasn't like crazy.
Not the most exciting.
We
time
could
of
talk
my
about and then we have our first guest.
life. Oh, shit.
Sorry, Ray.
There's
Oh,
no way he's gonna
man.
get his story out.
Ain't no time for me on this.
You can't see it, but somebody just walked in.
Yes, one of our first special guests has arrived. You might have seen her on Instagram.
Maybe.
You might have seen her at Burnside.
Those are some cool boots. Did you knit those?
They're LA Kings.
Oh,
that's like hockey.
Steve.
It's hockey. Okay. All right. So it's Brynn Blackstone.
Oh shit.
She's has arrived. She's a bartender.
She needs to eat first.
You need to eat. Dude, are you serious?
She's
Let us
got
help you.
tacos,
You
man.
got tacos. Come on.
Hey, come eat tacos on the
Hey,
podcast.
break bread.
Dude,
Let's go.
no, do not eat on the mic.
I'll eat a
All
taco
right.
if you give me
Nah,
one right
you can
here
eat.
in the
You
mic.
can eat. It's fine. So, then Ray, back to you.
Oh, thank you, Brynn.
Dude, so tell me, 2010 to 2020, what was the biggest takeaway?
2010 to 2020, the biggest takeaway.
What happened?
Why don't you just ask me? Like, if you want me to share my story.
Yeah, share your story, Ray. What
Damn.
happened to you?
I don't know which story do you want to know about.
Let's talk about the fact
What happened in 2010?
we lived together
2010.
and some shit happened like shortly
Oh,
after
that
I
was
moved
way later
out.
than 2010. That was 2012.
That's what I'm saying. We don't have to I'm gonna ask
2010
you.
was hospital.
What happened to us? You did.
You see,
oh,
that's why
hospital.
I'm like, which story?
Let's talk about the most recent
Okay.
when we lived together.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was hella fun too, by the way, because
Because why wouldn't it have been?
dude, when me and this fool moved in together, we would we would get so mad at each other, and we would fucking
yeah.
start wrestling around the house. And I'm talking like,
No fucks
bro, straight
Dude,
up, we would fucking go, and then like we'd go over the couch, fucking flip the couch over,
That sounds amazing.
dude. But like we would just go until we were tired, and we'd be like,
Dude,
"Are you
I'm
done?"
Not,
And he'd be like,
not
"I'm
even
done."
a football fan. We already know Kano is Raiders ride or die, right? Not even a football fan. Just to spite Kano, I went out and bought all Chargers gear. Straight up, head to toe, stupid beanie.
And that was like your wrestling clothes, or
No, that was just
That's just
him.
how I got in his
Oh.
face.
When we
that
lived
was
at
just
the
me to
house.
get in his face, man.
Bro, he rolled up to the house. He fucking opened the door because it was Monday Night Football, and he had this. Ray had this big ass fucking flat screen in the house. He's like, "Yeah, we can stream the football game." I'm like, "All right, tight." So we stream it. This fool walks in the house, bro, just fucking beanie on, like jersey. I'm like, "Fuck you, dude!" Like you don't even watch football,
That's
and
pretty
he's
cool.
all, and he's like, "Nah,
Chargers
all
all day, baby.
Yeah, I was like,
All day,
"Get the
Chargers."
fuck out of here, bro. You stoops.
go Chargers.
But dude, no, it was like we would go tough, like a hardcore wrestling in the house. Just
Like for fun, or when you got mad at each other?
when we got mad at each other.
Yeah.
Damn, I never had a roommate like that where we got down.
Even
But
when
it
we
was-
got mad, we were having fun.
But
though,
dude,
damn.
no, it was hella
It was
fun.
friendly.
It was friendly. But we would
Yeah.
like get mad and be like, dude, you just
Like no punches allowed.
No
Just all
punches.
wrestle?
It was
Oh, no,
all
just
wrestle.
in
That's
each
dope.
other's face.
That's
you
dope.
know.
yeah, talking shit,
Yeah.
and then that was it.
Yep.
But it was hella fun, dude. Like Leslie would be there, and she'd be like, "What the fuck are you guys doing? Like this is how we do it. This is how we do it in the house."
Ridiculous. I don't even know why we did it.
Dang,
It was
okay.
hella over dumb shit. But also during that time, it was like, dude, it was crazy. Like, we would go to the park and play basketball, and then Ray would do his shit. And
Damn, that's the segue.
yeah, and that's a segue.
That's the
and
fucking
and then
segue.
we just like got caught up in some shit, and then it was chill. But then and then like I moved out, and like Ray was kind of pissed at me.
Wait. Elaborate on this right now.
I mean, like I don't want to say like too much. Like,
I don't know. You're being very smoke and mirrors here,
Dude,
man.
it's just like-
I mean,
go ahead.
I was
you tell
waiting.
it. You tell it.
This is what Connor wants to get off his chest.
Nah, it's not even like trying to get off my chest. It's just like it's part of your story.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, tell your story, bro.
Yeah, well, I was doing pretty well in life. I mean, for as young as I was, like I had a career path. I was doing well with the company I was with. You know, I had money stacked. I was chilling, right? I was enjoying
Your penguin
life.
suits.
I was
Remember that?
chilling,
You were
man.
getting your fucking, he'd come out of his room and be like, "Son, you see this? This is Perry Ellis." He's like, "What are you rocking?" I'm like, "You see what I'm rocking, G. It was pretty much the same thing I'm wearing now." And then he's like,
Ghetto
"But look at
wear.
this." He's like, "You see this tie? It's like a penguin tie. Like, look, my homie got this suit for me. Look at it." And he walk out of his room, be like, "Look at his suit. Look at his suit." I'm like,
I was pretty hyped on life. Man.
"Yeah, he was
I was,
living good."
I was hyped because I had good people in my life. You know, I felt like I was progressing. You know, I had a well enough speed anyhow.
yeah.
But it was chill, man. I had good homies in my life. Like, I had awesome like activities outside of work that I was getting involved with: skateboarding, music,
Basketball.
photography. You know, just chilling with my homies,
Yep.
going on vacation, things like that.
Yep.
But eventually what ended up happening was I got involved with some folks, and really it was all about the money. But I decided to pursue an opportunity where I got involved with people that were pushing ecstasy throughout San Diego. And these were large amounts of ecstasy, boats for people who know the industry, who know that lifestyle. We were pushing boats all day. And for me, it was my involvement was very limited. I was more of a middleman.
Yeah.
Right? I had a few underlings underneath me, and I would just, pick up my packages, whatever they were, whatever the quantities were, and I would hold them for these individuals until they needed to re-up. And for that, I made real money.
Yeah.
I made more money doing that than I did actually working 40 hours a week, 48 hours a week, 56 hours a week.
Bro.
Right? The overtime doesn't cover it.
Bro,
but that was really my
crazy
involvement.
at that time.
Yeah, that shows my involvement. But let me tell you about Kano, okay? All right? Guilty as charged, let me tell you. I was always trying to help people out, right?
Yep.
So it wasn't all about me. It wasn't just about the money. It was about everybody coming up together. So me kind of pursuing this was not just to solely benefit me. It wasn't like a selfish thing, although it might have started off as a selfish thing. It was something that really turned into something more, where I was able to share where I was going with my homies around me.
Yep.
Right? So I felt like we all benefited. We had awesome parties at the house.
Dude, we had sick ass parties
right?
at that house.
And the house was clean the next morning,
Yeah,
it,
it
right?
was.
Because I don't fuck around. But
and you helped me out, bro. I was broke as
I was going to say.
fuck. I was in college working 40 hours, broke as fuck just to live. And then I would be sitting there, Ray would be like, you eat yet? Nah. Are you going to eat? I don't have any money. He's like, you want to make $20? And I'd be like, yeah. And then I'd have to do whatever I had to do, help him out. And then it was all right, I get money that way. So I was like, okay, cool. And I was able to eat a little bit. So I was like, fuck, dude, it was tough.
Yeah.
But also too, at the same time, I remember coming home one day, Ray got you got the same order for free. He ordered all this shit for Christmas, and then all of a sudden
the
the
55-inch
UPS
TVs.
dude, the fucking UPS man kept coming back, and he got 2 TVs. I look at this fool. I walk outside my room. I'm like, yo, you got 2? He's like, bro, 1 showed up for free. He's like, look at this thing. And then he got a couple. Oh, he's like, a Christmas come early set. He's opening it up and shit.
I chased the driver out the door, actually. I came back out the house. I was like, hey, whoa. Hey, the second one's for me, too? He's like, are you Raul Lopez? Yes. This TV's for you, too, sir. It was a Black Friday thing. I think they fucked up. They duplicated my order.
Bro, it was
It is what it
was
is.
like a 3D TV or
Not
some
your
shit.
fault.
Yeah, the 3D 55-inch
Dude.
LG. I remember it back in the day.
That shit was so gangster.
3D never caught on.
Hey,
there,
real
but-
quick,
Nah.
I had no involvement with any of this at all. 0%.
Hey, I got a
No,
story
that's
about Durham,
totally
too.
fine.
Don't you worry. No, I'm joking.
I want to know. I want to know.
No, but
I'm so curious about this stuff.
really what happened at the end of the day, this is what happened. It was short-lived. I ran my part of it for about a year, and then I had stopped. I disconnected from anyone that was really involved in that world. And I was just doing my own thing. And then one day, the sheriff's department showed up at my front door, and the DA got involved, and there was something really happening in the background. It wasn't all about me. I wasn't like this. I wasn't really a big deal, to be honest. It wasn't really a big deal. Yeah, large quantities were, being processed through, the folks I was messing with, but I wasn't really a big deal at the end of the day. But what happened is people within this organization had their phones tapped, and, what derived from that was other individuals being followed, and then eventually, my phone being warranted for a tap, which allowed for them to monitor me, my movements, where I was meeting up, who I was meeting up with, in order to set up an ops, I guess, or something.
Dude, yeah. I fucking... Dude, no.
I don't
Listen
know.
to this, Derm. No, listen to this shit. I remember when this happened. I came home from work early one day. I fucking come home, and we lived in this cul-de-sac. And, the cul-de-sac had this... where we parked, there was a fucking long driveway. And it went all the way back to where our apartment was. And then so I come in one day, and I was, not supposed to be there because I was, off time. I think I called in sick or some shit. And like I come in back and I like go to park my car and there's a fucking van out there and there's a dude with like a gun strap around his leg. There's a fucking like he has a badge. There's other dudes with badges and they all have sunglasses on and like they see me pull into the driveway because I just pulled in to park my car and like I get out and they're just like staring at me. And I just like closed the door. I walked inside and I was like, oh shit.
They think you're me.
Dude, I was like, bro, I fucking like walked in the house. I like took off my shirt. I don't know why I took my shirt off. I like took my shirt off, like fucking like changed into some sweats or some shit and like grabbed the trash. And I was like, I have to go see if that was them. I think that was what I was thinking. I was like, oh, I'm just taking out the trash, getting down my PJs, like whatever. I'm like walking out there and like I go to like put the trash in the trash can and they're still there, but everybody's in the van now. And the van has moved behind my truck and it's just blacked out. And I was just like I put it in there and I just went and sat and I was like, dude, they're about to bust through the door right now. And I just like sat on the fucking couch and I was just like, all right. And I just kind of like put on Netflix and I was just like, all right, whatever, we're going to do this. And then Max came home and I was like, bro, I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing. I was like, but there's some fools out there. And I was like, I know something's going on, but I was like, there's some fools out there and this happened. He's like, oh, bro, it's totally fine. I was like, but I don't think you understand what I saw, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? It was crazy.
I don't even remember that.
Dude, yeah.
I don't remember that story. That's crazy.
Talking about it now even makes my heart beat. Dude, it's like, whew.
That sounds insane.
That was super scary.
Yeah, man, that shit was crazy. So eventually that shit caught up with me.
Yeah.
I wasn't fucking with nobody for about 6 months. Didn't know anybody from that world. They showed up. It was the day after July 4th, which I remember because we played a Memorial Day show. Me, Greg, and Christopher Thiel in Habitat Band. We played that night. And that morning, we were in the studio recording the Habitat Electric House album. And we were in the studio when Max actually gave me a call.
Max?
Yeah, he gave me a call. He's like, bro, hey, like the fucking sheriff's department just showed up. They said they're going to come back. They need, they're looking for you kind of thing. And I was like, oh, this is fucked up. So, like, I don't really think I knew what was coming. I don't think I understood what was about to happen. But there was something that I was feeling to the point where, like, I reached out to my buddy who's a lawyer. And I just asked him his opinion on, like, why these folks would be at my door and, what he would recommend, which was, hey, man, if they don't catch you at your house, they're going to catch you at work. So was definitely not up for getting caught at work like that. So the next call was to my mom. I went and met up with my mom. I just went and saw her. I didn't really tell her a whole lot. Just, hey, man, you might not see me for a little bit after this. Like, this is what I'm going to need you to do should anything happen after this point. Said some stuff with my mom, and I don't think I called anybody else.
Damn.
And I went, yeah, dude, I went home. Gregory was with me.
Yep.
And I hopped out of the whip. We're unloading the gear from the car, and I see, like, these two sheriffs, like, walking down the cul-de-sac, and I just volunteer myself. Like, hey, I hear you're looking for Raul Lopez. Like, that's me right away, Turn around, down on your knees, hands behind your back. They arrested me. They're very vague on the charges. Because I don't think they had a whole lot of information other than the arrest warrant.
Were they aggressive at all when you, like, walked up to him? They just told you casually to turn around?
Yeah, they were just cool, following, procedure, I'm sure. Yeah, they weren't aggressive with me.
They were like, oh, it's you, get on the ground.
Yeah,
the cuffs weren't tight or anything like that. They were really calm, They walked me back to their squad car kind of thing. I was really confused because they couldn't really give me the particulars on the arrest. I wasn't sure really what I was being arrested for. And the names that they did.
Even though you knew what you were being arrested
Even though.
I mean, I knew, but did they know?
I knew, but I didn't know, right? Because I was like, come on. Like, the last 12 years. Not the last year, but the last 12 years. It could be anything. I don't know, right? But they were super chill. I hopped in the squad car. It was a very interesting process. At the end of the day, I ended up only having to do 6 months incarcerated with a 2-year formal probation, which meant like I was testing on a regular basis, at random basis, all that stuff, which made like getting out and like getting back into like work mode and like trying to rebuild my life, that was like super challenging for the first 2 years, just because I had this hurdle in front of me, like
so many interruptions
every day,
hell
you know,
yeah.
like I'd tell my PO like bro, like I can't fucking just call you and come in and piss in a cup because you want me to today.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell my boss that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, my boss is cool, but he's
Like, give you like
someone's got to be at work, right?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like I'm trying to better my life,
yeah.
dude. Like, damn.
Like, so really what I learned from like the penal system and all that stuff. Like, I mean, like I could spend days talking about like what happened while I was inside and the experiences that I had.
I've never even talked to you about that.
Yeah, man. Because there's a lot to do, right? You got a lot of time.
Did you have to like
All to
you but
yourself.
like you're Mexican, but and you speak Spanish, but you look white. So did you have to like?
Yeah, so I'll tell you guys right away. So the way it jumped off was they just open these gates, right, and they roll all the new bodies in, and as you get rolled in, there's like representatives of like the different like groups that you can run with, right? Whether you're a wood, those are your whites.
Mm-hmm.
Your others are like Asian, anything else. Your brothers are blacks, right? The Mexicans are divided into norteños, which are like northern Mexicans. You've got your Southsiders, which are, South Side, just north of the fucking border. And then you have your paisas, which are straight up Mexicans out of Mexico that just fucking like live in San Diego or just like are on this side of the border. Those are your paisas. So like as I rolled in, like right away, I just fucking ran with the woods because I'm
Really?
white boy. Yeah, so like right away, like boom.
No way.
Yeah, it's called your card, right? So I picked my card. Bam, white boy. All right, cool. Let's get you set up. They roll you into the house. Like, we're going to find you a rack. So we're going to find you a bed, right? So these are like 3-bed racks. They roll you in. They introduce you to like the head of the house, whoever that might be. And then they're like, all right, cool, man. Like, if you need anything, you fucking come talk to us. And you're like, all right, cool. So that's how it is, right? They explain like different rules, like real basic rules right off the bat. Like, that phone is for the whites. That phone's for the brothers. That's for the others. You don't fucking touch those phones. You don't cross between these tables, right? It's like, so when you go out and dine, you can't dine with other races. You dine with your own card. Dude, the toilet system was really fucked because there's only 2 showers. There's 2 toilets. And there's 2 sinks.
How many people are there altogether?
I don't know, man.
That share that space.
I want to say at least 50.
Mm-hmm.
At least, like...
But
that's a vague memory because that was like 7 years ago on January 2nd, let me tell you. But it was
Shout
7 years ago. Yeah, for real.
Shout out Thursday.
Yeah, that's actually crazy that you brought that up because it is almost 7 years ago. Yeah, so basically the way they say it is like, all right, this race showers on that side of the shower, this race gets that side of the shower. You can shit in this toilet only, and you can piss in this toilet only. Right? And then there's no spitting in the sink. There's like a lot of these rules that they just kind of teach you right off the bat that you don't necessarily pick up right away either. Right? It's like some things that you're going to have to get used to because it's not really a way of it's not a way of life. It's not how either one of us live out here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like they teach you those, but I'll tell you this, like it was really short term where I was in general population, which is the worst. It's called the blue line. And that's really where they stack you on top of each other in these houses. But I wrote to like, there's like a workload or like a work furlough like program inside where you can like get a job working at the prison while you're there to make, time pass. You earn a little money, which is just not realistic as far as the money that you earn. But like, so I wrote them.
It's like 50 cents a day.
Dude, it's really whack. So like commissary, like when commissary comes around, like you've been working a lot before you get a bag of chips, let me tell you. So I wrote him, I was like, yo, this is my experience. Like, let me see what I can do with you guys. So like I was only general pop for like 2 weeks. They pulled me out, and then I got a job, and which was chill because like you're staying active, so you're not just sitting there with your thoughts, maybe getting down on yourself, and things like that. So cool, I got a job, and then like I got in really well with like the card holder in that house for my race. So he like moved my job, which is tight because I started off in the kitchen, and I know you love being in the kitchen. I do not love being in the kitchen, Jeremy. I was getting burnt on those goddamn stoves, man. Those ovens are so hot, man.
You're always eating
Bro.
and you're never cold, dude.
Bro, hey, I will tell you though, you eat the best when you work in the kitchen.
Mhm.
You eat the best.
Yeah, because you be tasting everything, huh?
Yeah. So it was really cool. Like the card fucking holder, like fucking let me out of the kitchen, which I was stoked on, and they put me in charge of like linen, and then I was like a supervisor for linen. I was doing schedule and stuff. Like really quickly, like life became a little easier while I was there.
There was some normalcy to it.
There was some normalcy, right? So
Got, like,
all
a
that
routine
happened.
almost.
Yeah, but outside of that, man, there's just I didn't actually chill with the woods, with the white guys, because a lot of the woods are like ex-heroin addicts or heroin addicts or like meth users. So they call these guys dump trucks in prison. I don't know if you guys ever heard the term.
Dump trucks?
Dump trucks, straight
No,
up
I never heard
dumbasses.
that.
Dump trucks. So
It's a good term.
yes, yeah, no, it made
feel
a
it already.
it made a lot.
I'm
Hey,
vibing
there's
with it
another
already.
term I'm going to share with you that you're going to love, I think.
Oh,
but
shit.
so
It's about
I
black people. I
yeah.
swear.
No. No, so I didn't run with the whites. I mean, like I ran technically with the whites, and I was covered or protected by the whites. But when you get into like these work programs, they move away from the race because you all kind of work together, right?
Yeah,
And
you have to.
dude, you're in this environment too where it's like way more chill, like way more relaxed. You're not locked away the whole time. You actually got like a TV that sits out. It's a communal TV, but it's out there, right?
But these fools know what it's like to be outside too. So it's
Yeah.
like, yo, dude, like,
Dude.
you don't have to run that shit while we're in the kitchen.
yeah, so
We're at work, nigga.
Yeah.
Chill.
long story short, I didn't chill with the whites, but I actually ran with the whites, but I chilled and like I dined, right? So that's it's spreading. It's called a spread, right? And that's what you do. Everything, and that's a whole nother conversation, man. But I would spread with the Southsiders only.
So you hang out with some Mexicans.
Yeah, I was chilling
That's so good,
because they call you by your last name when you're in there.
Lopez.
So when they say Lopez and then you roll over at the white boys, the Southsiders got something to like. Everyone's got something to say. Like, what are you doing over there?
What?
Hey, Lopez, ven pa' acá, cabrón. Like, you're like, oh,
Wait.
man. You're like, fuck. All right, so I chill with these, like, OG
And you speak
Southsiders.
fluent Spanish too.
Well, I speak Spanish, man. I mean, fluent. I don't speak it every day, right?
But you, like, your dad, like, pretty much only speaks Spanish. You speak to your pops in Spanish.
My father is from Mexico, yes.
Bro, like, when
I hear
see
where you're
you
coming
talk to
from.
your pops,
I hear
like,
where you're
it's,
coming
I'm like, bro,
from.
this
Hey.
fool speaks Spanish.
I
Like,
speak Spanish. I'm not saying I don't.
he's hella good. He's hella good. That's all I'm saying.
He's hella
Yeah,
good.
so I chill with them. I spread with them. Life got a little easier. I got out. You know, the next 2 years were rough, but I mean, I think I did well for myself.
Dude, that's what the best thing about you, though,
Yeah.
Ray Ray. That's why I fuck with you so hard for life. Like, you are the only person that I've seen, like, come out of this, and you're doing, like, better than you did when we were growing up. I'm like, gee,
Thanks, man.
how in the fuck, like, you're the only person in my entire life that I've met that I was like, you let this thing that, like, in our country is like such a stigma. People are like, oh, the prison system and all these things. And
Yeah.
It's almost like, I got
Yeah.
drunk in public
Yeah.
on 4th of July, but
and
I'm
it's
back,
like,
you know?
yeah, he's like, but it ain't no thing, because you know
We're
that's what
good.
hustlers do, G.
Yeah.
That's
Not
like
that
how
big a
we
deal.
hustle. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's like,
What, that?
I seen, yeah, it's like, yeah, that just happened. Like,
That was
okay.
like 7 years ago, chill.
That's like, you're like a rapper. Like, rappers like can do that, and they come out and they're just like, yeah, G, like, you see
Wrote
me,
an album
you see
inside.
me, yo,
Hey,
I still,
hey, you
and they
think-
like got fucking stacks just on their ears and shit. That's you. But
I answer
like,
my cell phone like this with $50,000.
Yeah.
dude, oh my god.
I don't take photos of stacks around my ears anymore. That's what got me in trouble in the first place.
Anymore. Anymore. That's real. Anymore.
Stays under the mattress.
Dude, there
You
was
heard?
one time, all three of us. I got a story about Durham.
Oh, let's do it.
I
It's
got-
nothing that cool.
Dude,
Yeah.
no, it's definitely pretty cool. It was just
That's
awesome.
not that cool.
We went to
you
Ray
know,
Ray's
you know
house.
what I mean?
We went to Ray Ray's house to get herb or something like that, and we were sitting there
Ah.
waiting for you to get there. But then I think your mom said you had like the vegetarian enchiladas. I was like, yo, hold on, I'm gonna eat some. And like we ate some, but then there was pizza there, and you were like, so what do you need? And I was like, oh, well, just some herb. And he was like, oh, okay. And then you were like, bro, are those mushrooms? And you're like, yeah. You want some? And you're like, yeah. And then Ray Ray looked at the pizza. He's like, only if you eat it off that pizza. And Derm fucking grabbed it.
Of course he did.
Put the fucking mushroom on there, and then you just ate the pizza with the fucking mushroom on it. And you were
For
like,
days.
yeah.
God
All day.
damn.
I
Yeah,
was
of
like,
course I did.
all right, fuck yeah. And then we drove back to East County.
That's a,
I was gonna say
That was just an awesome
that's
story.
just so crazy. You just eat a mushroom and then take off.
that sounds exactly like something I would do. I would do that right now. I would do
He's
that
like-
every time.
Yeah,
Dude,
man.
I don't remember how old we were when that was definitely like early 20s.
Yeah, so
Dude,
I
those
had
days
just
were
met
crazy.
you, and like we were good friends. Like not just met you, but like we had just started kicking it super tough.
Okay.
Within the last like 2 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like we were having slumber parties at your house and shit. You know what I mean? We were in pajamas together and shit. But we were homies, and like all that stuff happened. I was like, whoa, damn, I didn't know it was like that. I knew we bought a bunch of weed off this dude, and you'd whip out your bag and like a huge amount of weed. And we'd only grab like 2 grams. Like, all right, what do you guys need? Like, boom. I was like, I just wanted to hit your beer. Can I have a sip of your beer? Oh,
That's essentially what it was. It was a sip.
oh yeah, here.
But I
it was
warned him
chill.
though. I was like, "Yo, when we go to Ray Ray's house, I was like, you gotta be ready." Like,
Yeah, you had like a
full circle.
girlfriend that was always laying on the bed. You were like some super like crazy
dude,
drug king.
you were like,
I was what? No, wait. Say
he
it
was
again.
like Pablo.
Did you say I was a crazy drug dealer?
To me, I was young. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Like,
that's what people were saying.
Dude, that's why I kicked it with you. I
saying
thought that
that.
was so genius.
Bro, I thought I was just a normal dude.
No, but then we go to La Jolla Beach and Tennis Club and we be working, and it's like,
that
bro,
9 to 5, right?
bro, we would blaze so tough on the way over to the beach and tennis club.
Oh, man.
Bumping, like, I showed up to work, windows down, bumping Too Short and Biggie, and it's called like Big Booty Hoes or some shit. And it was just, he looks at me, he's like, son, you're really gonna be playing this at fucking 5:45 in the morning? And I was like, yeah, son, this
Sun's
shit
not
is
even up
lit.
yet.
Like, yo, I'm
Dude,
fucking
you're
dead.
like
Hey.
this.
I remember so many nights when we lived in PB and worked at La Jolla Beach Tennis Club where we wouldn't even sleep sometimes.
We would go to the bar.
Bro, we would show up back at the apartment, maybe rinse off,
Yep.
really just put on our fucking uniforms,
Yep.
get back in the car, and then drive to work. Thank goodness we could work with our shades on. And
Dude,
like unsupervised for
I
the
would
first
sleep
2-3
in the
hours.
fucking avalanche. I would sleep in the back, and I'd text Wendy, our manager, to fucking knock on my window when I needed to get out.
So these dudes actually got me a job there at the La Jolla Beach and Tennis
Oh,
Club.
shit.
I totally
I hella
I
forgot about
for
that.
real, man.
See, you guys, of course, forgot about this.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna just jump into this story
Short-lived.
real quick. It was real short-lived. One shift. They got me a
Damn
job
shit.
there. I interviewed the person I interviewed with was super cute, and we vibed super hard.
Lorraine?
I don't know.
Oh, no, because Lorraine was
Not
gay.
Lorraine. No,
Yeah,
I don't know her name.
Lorraine,
I
not
met her
Lorraine.
twice. She hired me one day.
Oh,
2 days later,
you're
she
talking about
fired-
Rachel. She's the HR. She was the hiring, the recruiter, HR recruiter, Rachel.
Dude, we
I don't
vibed
know.
super tough.
I do.
She
I
hired
was
me.
there long enough.
I was
Calm down.
gone my second shift. My third shift, she had to fire me, and she was super bummed, and we were talking, and it was like, but yeah, I got a job with these guys. And on my first day, it was St. Patrick's Day on my first day. So I'm meeting all these new employees that I'm going to be working with, learning this new job and doing all this stuff. And they're like, afterwards, like, it's St. Patty's Day, we're going out. Like, you're our new friend. Like, let's go. And I'm like, cool. I got work the next day here at 5 in the morning. I got to sweep the beach. You know what I mean? Like,
No, that's not what happened. That is not what
dog,
happened.
I know exactly what happened.
No.
I'll tell you.
We were
No,
throwing a party
wait,
at the
let's-
house and nobody showed up, and you showed up, and we had all those pizza and chicken wings. You're like, fuck that, let's go to East County.
Yes. See, I was getting there. Anyways, I had a shift early in the morning, and I didn't want to go out, but we were going to have people over, had all this stuff. Me and Kano were the only people there at his house that showed up. Ate all the pizza, ate all the chicken, went out anyways. Literally, nobody shows up to this.
Zero. It was just me and
Where
Derm.
was I, man?
I don't
Zero
know.
people show up to this. It was like some meeting for our video premiere.
Oh, that's what it was.
It was
yeah,
a meeting for our video
the
premiere
video.
that
I
we were
didn't
going to
get
have,
that
like a team
invite.
meeting, and
Dude,
no
it
one
was
showed
a
up.
fucking
'Cause I
Amstel
wasn't on the
thing.
team.
Calm
So
down.
me and Con, I hit up my homegirl, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? And she's like, come meet us out. And I'm like, all right, well, I got work the next day. I'm going to start my shift and, like, start this job. I'm going to stay chill. I'll drive. Connor's like, no, I'll drive, whatever. He's like, you party. It's your friends. I'm like, no, it's cool. I'll drive. You should meet this girl. She's cool. Like, you should bring your friend out, too. He's a tight dude. I'll drive.
It was this dude, Jack, who was his
Jack.
first night out, and he moved here from Florida.
That fool was
Oh,
a
what a
fucking
win.
mark, dude.
Oh, shit, never mind.
He was
My
kind of
bad.
shook. He got shook pretty hard.
That fool was a soft serve. Anyway.
He wasn't a friend. He was like, hey.
He was a
A
fellow
friend of a
employee.
friend.
He was
Anyways,
like,
we go out. I'm like chill driving. I'm like 21. 22. I'm 22.
And this is in the 2010 era.
This is in 2010. This
Okay.
is March 2010, St. Patty's Day.
Yep.
So the beginning of this decade.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody gets super wasted. I drink a couple beers. I just chill with all my friends, and I don't really do much. I designate drive people from Mission Valley to Santee to PB to La Jolla. It's like 100 miles round trip. And then by the time I'm just about to get off the freeway, and get home, I get pulled over and get a DUI, and I'm like the least drunk dude I've ever been.
Didn't you blew under the amount too?
I blew under, but since it was St. Patty's Day and I had a bunch of blacked out people that couldn't drive us home.
I wasn't blacked out. I was just drunk.
You were smoked.
I was definitely smoked.
You were smoked in the car.
Dude.
Oh my God. And since no one else
was
can drive
fucked
us home, they had to take me in. And they took me in and took my blood, and there was enough of my blood for them to give me a DUI. So I got all that shit, and that's how I kicked off this decade.
Bro, I don't fucking remember that at all.
Dude.
My
so then
memory
wait,
is
because
so
that's like-
smoked sometimes.
You were doing
Ray
other
Ray.
shit.
Ray
You were
Ray.
on some other shit. while I was
Damn.
Ray, this
We
is
were
right
doing-
before.
Fuck, dude.
Dude,
dealing with
this literally, dude, right after the fucking cops like get him, I'm like in the car. The dude Jack is sitting behind me. I'm just looking like, he's good. He's gonna be fine. And then
gonna
all of a
ride
sudden they're
home
like,
from the cops.
they
I get
fucking
taken to
put him in
jail
the
by the
thing, and I'm
cops.
like, no, this is not
No.
happening. The cop comes over. He gets in the front seat and he's like, where do you live? I was like, PB. He's like, all right, fucking. Dude drives me in this fool, and I'm just like, this is like, I'm looking at homie, like, holy shit, there's a cop. I'm like in this car. They park his car over in Point Loma, and they're like, I said, dude, I live in PB. He's like, this is before Uber. This is before Uber, bro.
before
This is at
iPhones.
like fucking
This
3
is before
o'clock in the morning.
iPhones.
Bro.
This is before iPhones.
No, the iPhone was out, man.
No,
2008.
2000
2008.
This
No,
is
no one
2010.
had him.
No,
2010.
2010. No, there was
Nobody
definitely
had
an iPhone.
I already had it.
Yeah, there was definitely an iPhone.
The drug king
But wait,
had
but wait,
one,
but wait.
I
So
had a
we
flip phone,
fucking
though.
get dropped off. I'm like, bro, how the fuck are we supposed to get home? He's like, figure it out. I'm like, shit. We end up flagging down this off-duty taxi driver. He fucking gets us over there. I'm like, bro, I'm like, hey. He's like, I'm off. I'm like, bro, I live in PB. My homie just got a DUI. Can you please just give us a ride? I will fucking give you some money, bro. I swear to God. And then like he gets in the car and I'm talking to, like somehow we got it talking about skateboarding. He's like, oh, my son knows Danny Garcia. He grew up skating with that guy. Do you know who he is?
Oh, shit.
I was like, for Habitat? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I skate for Habitat. I fucking went on tour with Danny Garcia. He's like, you know Danny Garcia? I was like,
Yeah.
yes. I was like, motherfucker, yes, I know this fool. He's like, oh, that's great. And then he gives me a ride to PB. I'm like, fuck yeah. Sleep at the house. I get woken up by John Roop. John Roop fucking calls me. He's like, Kono, you have to get Durham out of jail. I was like, bro.
Oh, no, fuck.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Clock some
Sprometheus has
hours.
arrived. Yeah. And
I
then
clock my
fucking,
black hours
I
right there.
fucking go to downtown San Diego. I fucking get a bail bondsman. And then I go inside and I wait for Durham to come out. And Durham
Aladdin
came
bail
out.
bonds, baby.
I was like, boom, son. That's what's good.
Got me out. We got out of jail, went straight to an Andre Nicotina concert.
Dude, and I was like, hey, I bought 2 tickets. Do you want to go to this Andre Nicotina show? He's like, yeah, let's go. I was like, fuck
Boom.
me, let's go.
Went home, showered up, changed up, front row Andre Nicotina. Put your
Wow.
Playboys up.
Smoke dope and rap. Smoke dope and rap, G. Like, that was so good.
And then after that, life sucked for like 7 years. And here I am on year 9.5, and it's
Dude.
good now.
It's
We're-
getting
we're-
better.
We're good now.
Right?
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. That was fucking legit.
That's so funny, though.
Fuck. Well, that was the perfect segue. Our second guest of the night has arrived because the first guest didn't even come on to the show yet. She's just been sitting
She's
there.
over there eating delicious food the
Yeah.
whole time, and I'm so hungry.
Dude, actually, Ray Ray wanted.
Oh, you gotta switch
Ray
the spots,
Yeah,
what?
do you want to? Hey, just go eat. She said she saved you food.
Oh, no,
Go eat.
I'm not hungry.
You're not hungry?
But I
I'm gonna
I
go
hop
eat
up
some of her
if you
food, and she's
want.
gonna take my space.
All right, Brynn, hop on. Sprometheus, get over here. Dude, yes. Now it's a party. Derm's going to switch out. Dude, all right. So for all of you Caffeine and Green listeners, that's Dimetrus right there. Yep. We have
Raul.
our first guest of the night. It's Sprometheus, a.k.a. Ace of Bays.
Oh, yeah.
And that stopped running. Your phone stopped running.
Oh, did it?
It's fine.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's fine.
It's like an Android. What's going on?
Scoot over here.
Damn, no, it's
So that way you
an
get in the
iPhone.
frame, G. Scoot over here. So yeah, I got, as most of you Caffeine and Green subscribers know and listeners, we got my man Sprometheus in the house. He's been on the podcast multiple times this year, and it's been a lot of fun. He's definitely one of my coffee professional homies.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Speaking to the mic, my G.
Just don't tell me how to live my
Dude,
life.
that's what it is. And then we actually have a new guest. So along with Ray Ray being like one of the newest guests, we also have a new guest that's going to be on next week, and we have Miss Brynn Blackstone. Like I introduced.
My Instagram name. It's
Oh
fine.
wait, was it Lady Libation? Is that what it's called? Is that what it is?
I don't like my government out there.
You got to talk into the mic.
I don't like my government.
Pull that thing closer to you like this.
That's what she said. Damn.
Ooh. Damn.
Oh,
See,
shit.
you already vibing. That's what's
Oh,
really
man.
good. Is that the sparkling rosé? That's not sparkling.
It was sparkling when I opened it. Why don't you give it a try?
Let me see.
You took too long to drink it, dude.
Is it really? It's like a flat rosé.
That's actually not bad.
Did you guys meet too? Oh yeah, you already know.
Oh,
you already
hi.
know who Brynn is.
I'm
Stop.
okay.
Stop.
Dude, she heard my story.
I
man.
think
Mystery.
we're probably on the Paul level now.
Oh my god.
I'm missing a piece
Explain.
of the
Yeah,
puzzle
don't
here.
worry. I'm right
No,
there with you.
No,
Yeah.
the homie Paul Sewell. Do you know who Paul Sewell is? I don't think you do.
I don't know anybody.
You definitely know who Paul Sewell
I know who
is.
Paul Sewell.
Yeah, we went to a skate video premiere.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he knows who Paul is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right,
that's
then.
the reason I wanted to have Brynn. I wanted to have Brynn on because she's gonna be on the show very soon, and she has quite the story. But also, I want her to just come and talk shit. 'Cause she talks a lot of shit all the time,
We don't have a funky barista here, though, dude.
dude. Dude, were you here when she was talking about that?
Yeah, I
That's
joined
why he
in,
brought
man.
it up.
Dude, if we just had a picture of it right
He
now.
didn't wear his bolo today.
Dude, that was just, you said if you just held up a photo, you could just like.
I don't need a photo. I got a pretty good memory.
It's gonna be like the play hate is ball.
Damn.
Pull up pictures of people.
Dude, that's fucked up.
Thuggish, ruggish, minus the thug.
Dolphin teeth. Connell got dolphin teeth.
What?
What the?
Did you say I have dolphin teeth? What the fuck does that even mean?
Have you not seen that Chappelle show?
Nah.
Oh, well, I'm not going to ruin it for you. I can't say about 80%
I've seen
of
the
it.
hate.
Yeah, that's
thing.
about right. That's
Yeah.
part of it.
Dude, why you gotta hate on me like that?
Dude, because
You just coming in hot right now.
you know,
What's up with that?
I'm chock full of pasta, and I'm just ready to.
Dude, do you want a beer?
Yeah, give me
Let
a
me, hold
beer,
on.
dude.
Sorry. You keep talking amongst yourselves.
I'm kind of sweating.
So how do you guys
Everybody's
know
sweating.
Kano? Well, I know how you know Kano. How
Do
do you
you?
know Kano?
I know Kano. He came into my work trying to steal my job one time.
What the fuck?
And,
What?
he was
What?
like, "Oh, hey, I roast coffee," and I was like, "Dude, this is already taken."
Get out of here! Yeah.
That is the first time I met him, though. He came in looking.
Looking
steely.
hungry.
I look pretty
Yeah.
steezy. Do you want the Hofstra pot or do you want the Baja?
Are they both IPAs? What's the spot?
Baja is like a Pacifico and the Hofstra pot's like a hazy IPA.
So one's a Mexican lager and one's an East Coast one.
Yeah,
West
give me
Coast.
this one.
Ooh.
Give me this one then.
East
Alright.
Coast
Damn.
wanna
I don't
be
know.
West.
That's the
Coast.
bartender over here just gonna throw it out there like
I
that.
pretty much only drink coffee.
It tastes really good though.
Oh no, it's great. I
Yeah.
love Thorn.
Okay.
I live next door to Thorn, but
Tell the
Barrio
story,
Lager
though,
is my
Jerry.
favorite.
Tell the story.
oh yeah, he came in to steal my job. That's basically
I did
it.
not
Did
come
he
in
come
to
in
steal
on
his
his
job.
skateboard falling
I
down?
think-
Because I've seen him eat complete shit on
Hey,
his skateboard.
hey,
Mm.
He looked
she
pretty
did.
rough.
I didn't know anybody could actually see that.
You didn't know. Everyone here knew that I saw you, but I felt bad telling you to your face.
Like, by the
I
way.
mean, hey, I fell. I was with Bo. And
Oh, really?
I was skating down the street, but I was like 3 streets down. You live like right down the street. How the
I
fuck?
was walking Dexter.
Oh, is
but
that
I
what it
low-key
was?
felt
Oh,
bad.
okay.
I came in. I was like, "How's Kano doing?" And they're like, "What
He
are you
died.
talking about?" I was like, "Dude, I just saw him eat mad shit on his skateboard."
Dude, I was skating with Bo.
Fine.
And Bo was running, and I was like trying to. I think I went to do like a nollie backside 180, and I just like clipped heels and then just like ate shit and like fucking rolled on the ground and like flipped over, and I like stood there and I was like, fuck.
If
Bo
it-
comes right up to you right
Yeah,
away.
Bo was like, licking
Yeah,
me.
right away
Damn
licking
it,
you.
Bo.
Yeah.
Like,
If it makes you feel any better, I was wearing a fanny pack and got laughed at by all the elementary kids by my house.
Really?
I mean, fanny packs are kind of cool.
I was
though,
gonna say, I
right?
thought
feel
they
like
were
they're,
like the in
yeah.
thing right
Well,
now.
apparently
Back, I
not in
feel like.
elementary school because mine was like towards the back with my phone in it because I was listening to music and it was like bouncing. I was
See, yeah,
running.
you gotta rock
You gotta
it in the
wear
front,
in the front,
or like
yeah.
over shoulder.
It's
now.
called a fanny pack.
Also,
guys. I
kids
feel
are
like you
No,
ruthless.
you
Thank
can't
you.
wear a
Thank
fanny
you.
pack on your fanny.
That's
Like,
the
it
point
just-
of a
What?
fanny.
But dude, you can't do that.
Anyway,
I can
Connor
do
tried to
whatever
steal
I
my
want.
job, and that's how I met him.
And then you remained friends.
But see, okay,
Yeah.
no.
or became friends.
Friend-
I didn't know. I seen Leap was there. I fucking sent over like a cover letter and my resume. I was like, hey, I'm a roaster. I'm looking for a job. I don't know if you guys have anything. And so this dude who shall remain nameless because he doesn't like to talk about him. And it's fine. And then
You
he's
make it
like,
sound
yeah.
we had an affair, dude. He was just a dick.
Yeah, that's
Hey.
fair.
Yeah.
He was always cool to me. I don't know him. I don't know him. But either way, so homie's like, yeah, come through and like do a cupping with us. I was like, okay. So I came through, did a cupping. The first time I meet Asa, I was like, oh, this is a dude from Sprocast. I was
What's
like,
a
oh,
cupping?
sick. Huh?
What's a cupping?
Like, so you grind coffee, pour hot water, and then you like basically like break a crust. You smell it, you taste it.
You try to identify.
It's a
it.
Yeah, and
coffee
try to,
tasting. That's like the best way to describe.
Oh, I guess,
He's
yeah,
trying to
sorry.
make it real.
Oh, so I was just trying to describe
difficult.
it. No, I was just trying to describe what it is, and it's like,
But you
that's
were
what you do.
matching it.
What's that?
You were trying to match it, right?
Well, no, we're just
He's
cupping
trying to-
what
he's trying
he
to show
like.
me up, dude. is what he's
No,
doing. And I,
no,
like, cut
that's
him down
not-
to his knees.
He definitely
you really?
Not. No, no.
He said cupping, and it got real sexual.
Yeah.
What? Really?
It's a very intimate process.
What?
You know,
I've seen it.
I don't even know what the
Kano
fuck
has
cupping
A
is.
cups at least.
What in the
I
fuck are
cup
you guys
those
talking
things.
about right now? I don't know what you're talking about. But we do this stupid cupping, and we just talk about the coffee, and then we ended up talking for like a fucking hour. He's like, oh, I'm from Montana, and I do this thing, and blah, 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 blah. And it was like, oh, sick, dude. And then we ended up talking for a while, and then I just left, and I went back to work. That was it.
And then,
And then I feel like
And-
we followed each other on Instagram for a while, and he slipped into my DMs a few times, and that was pretty.
Sounds
Bet
like
he
Kano.
did.
Yeah, I slide in the DMs tough. Like, yo, on the real. Like,
he's like, hey, buddy, I like what you're doing over there.
no, I'm just like, if I know you and I know kind of like if we bonded on something or if like we have a common interest or something, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, cool. I'm gonna fucking send this person this.
Yeah.
I had 2 guests on here this year that was like, they talked about varial flips. I have a fucking like a 3-way DM with both of those dudes, and all I do is send them varial
Varial
flips.
flip clips.
That's all I do.
The one and only DM
Dude,
3-way he's ever had.
Yeah.
dude, this is true. And it is true. I'm sorry. It's fine.
Punching low.
It's
Yeah, he
Dude,
makes
I
it easy,
expect
dude.
nothing.
He just sets himself up.
I expect
man.
nothing less from her. I swear. Dude, I will say, I did tell her the first time that she like flipped me off. I was like, hey. I don't play that shit. Like, where I'm from, if you throw somebody the finger, that's like, hey, it's fighting words.
And now I'm on his podcast.
But like, yeah, and I'm like, but I was like, hey, like, just like, we can be cool. Like, you could say hi, like, hey, how you doing today, kind of thing.
But don't
And-
throw me the bird.
Yeah, don't throw me the bird. And
Don't
she's
do
like,
it.
yeah, we're good. And then everything,
weird.
yeah, and now you're on the podcast.
Now I know how to make you mad, dude. That's pretty sick.
Nah, it's
Well,
not
that's
that it
just
makes
one
me
way.
mad.
It's
It's
like, yeah,
treat him like trash. They always come back.
it's true.
dude.
That's how I keep
No,
going.
it's-
That's how I keep him
you-
around. Treat him like dirt, sticks to me like mud.
Dude, what in the fuck? No way. Tripping, yo. Tripping. But yeah, so I wasn't trying to steal his job, though. That's what it is. Like, see, people just think.
No,
So
he
you
just-
applied for head roaster, but they already had a head roaster. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I was
yeah, basically, but it's
can't
fine.
do head
I don't work
anything.
there anymore. It's good.
But when you saw the application, you were like,
I never saw it. Like the
Oh,
guy
okay.
who was, the guy who basically was the director or whatever he was.
okay.
The no
was
name
the
guy.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
He was the one who saw it, and I don't know. I didn't know anything about it. And then all of a sudden, Kano's like in there with a skateboard, like, "What up, G?" I'm just like,
Like,
I hella did
I'm
not
the
have
new
my
head
sense.
roaster.
This freaking grill and stuff. I'm like, who comes in for an interview like this? What is this?
This fucking guy.
Dude, I
Have you
hella
met
did
this
not-
guy?
Dude. And I love him for it. He's,
Yeah,
he's a freaking character, man.
Yeah.
I gotta
Bro,
say.
there was no grill. There was no skateboard.
I know. I don't remember it that clearly.
I believe you. No, I
I'm trying to
like
trip in.
the
You
first
you gotta
version.
kick it up, dude. This is a podcast. You're trying to,
Dude,
know,
what?
You can fabricate a little bit.
Nah,
Have you
I-
seen his grill?
dude.
I have seen his grill.
He has. I think he's seen both top and bottom. You've only seen the
I've
bottom.
only seen the bottom, but I also thought you were just dressing up for the '90s party I
No,
had.
not true.
She fucking came in the other day and she's like, "Hey, there's a '90s theme party at the bar across the street in Fernside," and she was like, "It's '90s theme. Come dressed up." All right, cool. But I was like, I already kind of dressed. I kind of dressed that way, so
He
I just
brought
like,
it. He
I
brought
like
it
just,
hard.
but like it looked real Wu-Tang-ish. That's what it was.
It was Wu-Tang-ish. You were wearing a fucking Wu-Tang hoodie.
Yeah,
dude.
I was wearing a Wu-Tang like beanie and shit, and like I had my grill in, and I walked right up to her. She was like, "Oh, you got a grill?" I was like, "Yeah, it's tight." And then like she comes up to me after the night, and she was like, "I thought you wear that on the regular," and I was like, "Yeah."
yeah, man.
She's like,
It's his retainer.
dude, it legit is a retainer because it holds my teeth in place. It's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. But
Oh, it
like
hurts my feelings.
it clips in, and then I love wearing them. And she's like, "I thought you just wore that for the '90s party." I was like,
Oh no, dude! I was literally like, if we had a first prize winner, other than myself, because I was Malibu Barbie.
"You
I
were Malibu
fucking
Barbie.
Killed it, but
You had
He-
that wig that was like all permanently
yeah, I
like."
had the
But it
custom
didn't last all
t-shirt.
night, though. You took it off.
No, she didn't.
When I got
The wig, she took the wig off.
when I got home,
No, shortly
Nah.
after we got,
No.
shortly
No,
after
I
I
didn't.
got there.
no, I did
No,
not.
dude, no,
Really?
she
I took
didn't.
it off when I got
Discrepancy.
home because everyone who I work with who was not on the clock was wasted and came home with me after. So we had a little after party at my house, and I flung that wig off so hard, and everyone got it on their Instagram story. It was very embarrassing.
Oh.
My apologies.
Yeah, man.
I
check
stand
it out.
Yeah, she
corrected.
called you out,
Yeah.
Ray Ray.
Anyway.
What's you doing?
So-
Did you save it to your stories or what?
I-
Like,
I
is it in
didn't-
the
I
If you
didn't-
didn't
It's in the
post, it
archive.
didn't happen. If
Yeah.
you didn't post, it didn't happen.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Why would I repost that?
Why wouldn't you?
Because everyone saw me without the wig when so many people didn't even know it was me with the wig.
Dude.
But anyway, back to it. So I wanted to give him like best dress for the
Sure.
90s party, but that was like his actual.
I'm pretty sure you've seen me wear that almost
Yeah.
exact outfit, just
It
like
doesn't
in
count.
here roasting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I was
doesn't
like, yeah, I was like, I guess. This
I've
is
never
just-
seen a grown man rock overalls with such confidence.
A
You know.
girl
Okay,
man.
so-
Oh,
Grown
grown
man.
man. I was like a girl man.
No.
Well,
Dude,
you know,
shut the fuck
I haven't checked.
that too.
You know, I haven't
Yeah.
checked myself.
Well,
but
No, no, I hear you
part
though.
of
Paul-
the cupping, you know, we
Our
missed that part.
Yeah.
mutual friend Paul would talk crap to me because I wear overalls to work all the time, and one of the clasps is broken. So like one hangs off, and he's like, "You just think you're so cool with your old school Adidas and your one clasp overalls." I'm like, "It's honestly broken." Connor was the only one that was like, "Yo, I'm feeling your vibe right now."
Dude,
Yeah.
because it
For
looked
sure.
hella sick. Like, you know, back in the early 90s, like when it was tight, when people, remember when people used to like roll up the pant leg? So they like roll up one and have like the other one, and you have maybe some Timbs on or some shit.
Dude, in the early 90s, you were like 6, bro.
Dude,
Did
it
did
doesn't
you look
matter.
at fashion when you were
Still
I
dressing
fucking
like
loved
that?
hip hop. You hopping in there, Durham?
I guess so.
Yeah, hop on. Put the mic on. Or put the headphones on.
He's
But
gotta
dude-
take a shit. Doesn't want to tell anyone.
Yeah.
Ray Ray taking a shit.
wait, what did Smokey say? But don't tell nobody.
He's here! He's here!
How was the pasta?
But
The pasta was fantastic.
Bomb, right?
It was super good.
Sorry
where
I
did you get the
couldn't
pasta
get in it.
from? Next door?
Obviously.
Oh, damn.
The big cauliflower was super good.
Okay.
I liked it.
I wanted to add meat too. If they're super busy, I wasn't gonna be picky.
Dude, Ray Ray, before you came, I don't
Get it
even know.
together. Get it
Yeah, he said, he was
together.
like, hey, do you think we could ask Brynn to bring like those sweet potato tacos? I was like, no, fool. I was like, she ain't even working.
But we can go next door and get some when we're done because I get the discount.
Boom.
Kitchen's
Whoa.
open till midnight.
Whoa.
Damn.
Shit, I'm super hungry. So
But if
I
Frankie
might
ain't there,
go
I
to-
mean,
Does it matter?
I'm just
Hi.
kidding. No, I'm
Who
just.
runs for inside?
I love
Brynn
Frankie.
runs for
I know.
inside.
I'm just saying. It's just. Shout out Frankie. He's a homie.
Yeah, well, he's probably not listening to this because he's drunk. So.
Oh damn.
All right. Like
Damn,
Frank.
that's tough. Tough.
But if you really want them, we can go get them.
That sounds pretty good.
Okay.
I'll tell. Well, we'll tell Ray Ray because he's the vegetarian over there.
I mean, I can eat vegetarian food just because I'm not a vegetarian.
I'm just saying.
bro,
he
it's
was the
good
one
labels,
asking about
man.
him.
Yeah, I like vegetarian food. I like vegan food too. You ever
Damn.
have like jackfruit?
Dude, you
pulled
ever have
pork
the
sandwiches?
vegan burger
So
across the
good
street? It's
from
fucking amazing.
Kindred. Yep.
Oh, have you tried their new breakfast sandwich for brunch?
No.
Fuck with me.
See what I mean?
So good.
Fuck with me.
It's super good. Yeah, when you eat everything, you could eat vegan food and it's
Yep.
cool.
Yeah.
Or you could
I'd-
eat steak.
You eat
It's
it all.
awesome.
I'd eat everything.
You can do it all without a
I
Bacon.
seriously, I mean,
True.
you really can.
Eat ice cream. I don't know if vegans can do that or not.
Nah,
We can eat
it's from a
sorbet.
cow, son.
Vegan
You
ice
can do
cream, bro.
sorbet.
Vegan ice cream is like coconut milk.
Coconut milk,
Yeah.
sorbet, almond milk.
See, I could do that.
You can
Or
what?
regular milk.
But
Whole
dude, why
milk.
you
I
could just
do-
eat everything?
You
I
can
could
do
drink
whatever you want.
half and half.
No,
if
that
I
shit.
wanted to.
Okay, that shit personally. Okay, real quick segue.
Let them know what it does.
The
to you.
breve, like when people fucking
I said I
like
could.
do half and half in their coffees.
Sure.
Bro, that shit. I'm not gonna lie, it really kind of grosses me out,
I'm fully okay with it as long as it's not a latte.
dude.
If
a
you're
breve
drinking,
latte,
if you're drinking
bro,
like 10 ounces of
my
half and half
G. Oh.
first thing in the morning, you're gonna have problems.
Dude, I
Yeah,
see
I
people
don't-
just pouring half and half, and they're like, "Can you just
Yeah,
do a
but
latte?"
that's because
Like,
you know what they're gonna do to the restroom an hour and a half later.
Bro, that is just like I don't even know. Like I don't even like using half and half in regular coffee. Like, yo, just give me some whole milk.
I'm
I
not
don't
big
use
on
it.
milk.
I'd
Dude,
rather
breve
drink it
cortado?
black.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying if there was to be like I won't even fuck with it if it's half and half because I
Wait,
don't
half
know
and
what the
half
other
is
half
black
of the
coffee?
half and half is.
Half and
like
half for black
Half
coffee?
milk, half cream.
Yeah, dude. What's
I don't like the cream aspect. Like that's what it is. It's like
That's what-
dude? Why are you hating the
What?
cream?
I
bro?
just don't like it. I think it's gross. I
It-
hella
It's
think
the
it's
It
same
gives it
thing
some
as milk,
volume.
dude.
It gives it
Yeah.
volume.
Nah, I don't know. It just grosses me out. I don't
Nah,
know why
dude.
the half and half tripped me out
All right.
because
You don't like whipped cream?
hmm?
You don't like whipped cream?
I mean, it's
That
hella
sounds like a
sticky.
no.
If
It's-
you don't eat
it would
plant-
be a big yes if it wasn't.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's,
If you
it's
plant-based or
sticky.
vegan, there's so much half and half that you don't know about in all your food.
Oh
Yeah, dude. Indian food.
fuck!
Have you ever had like?
I do. I
curries?
love Indian food.
Oh,
Ah,
we know.
You ever have like biscuits and gravy?
Yeah.
Don't even
Of
ask what's in
course.
your gravy.
Or your biscuits. A shitload of
I
cream
just
in
don't.
those things.
Well, I mean, just drinking it like knowingly, I guess. or
Okay, but
Dude.
eating it all
Dude,
the
it's
time,
like
not
so much
knowing?
cream. So
Whatever.
bomb.
Yeah, dude, cream's the best, man.
See what I mean?
I don't
Yeah.
know why you're hating on cream.
Get with the times, man. It's 2020, dude. It's the future.
I mean,
What
I
do you-
ate
okay,
everything. I
okay.
ate vegan ice cream last night.
What do you?
After
What
I
are?
had pizza and lasagna.
Oh damn.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like when you're everything,
Wow.
you don't only have to eat steaks
dude.
every night. I could be like, oh, I want vegan for breakfast. A bean and cheese, or like a bean rice burrito is vegetarian.
Dude, the
essentially.
vegan burger across the street is like beets.
I guess I don't
I
know.
eat that shit every
That shit's
day.
good as fuck. It's
so
good as fuck.
I don't know. Those fake beef burgers are actually pretty good. Like,
Nah, the
the
Impossible
Impossible
Burger.
Meat.
Don't fuck with that though, bro. It's not natural. Like, just
Dude.
get veggie burgers.
no,
or
dude, I do
something.
Beyond
Hurting
Meat.
my
My
feelings.
brother-in-law
Ah,
invested in that shit.
You don't even know what that shit
You
is.
do it
though.
because he invested in it without
Bro,
knowing
yeah.
what's
when
actually
I know,
when
in
some
it.
some studies come out and there's like shit in that, like that's just not natural. Like,
I feel
bro,
like
just
I'm
get
eating it
a
every
plant.
day, bro.
Just get a plant.
Ugh.
Just get a fucking beet burger, bro.
I think it's weird when they make like vegan things that are like
Yeah.
it's made from strawberries and raspberries, but it looks and bleeds like a steak. I'm like, why don't you just eat
It's
some
actually made from beets.
or beet? Like, why don't you just eat some beets?
No, I get it. No, I
Like,
totally
that's
get it.
Beets
Super
are
weird.
delicious, and they
That's-
clear
No,
you out.
but-
It's amazing.
Super weird to
Okay.
form your food to
They
bleed.
do.
You.
I just like the people like staring at
He's
us
talking
outside.
from
I
experience.
know, like, who are
I
we?
do not like that. So there's like an Impossible
talk into the
Burger,
mic,
and
though.
then there's
You're,
Like
Turn it
really
this way.
into
It's
the
like
microphone.
ASMR.
there you go.
there's
You have to like boom
Impossible
Like
Burger,
touch your
and
lips
there's
to the
right
microphone.
I don't want to make out with the mic. There's Impossible Burger and there's Beyond Burger, and one of them's made from beets, and it bleeds like a burger's supposed to bleed, and it doesn't sit right with me.
there. Okay.
I'm off
That's
there.
fair.
Like
You
what's
missed me with that,
what's the
but-
point? Like, if you want a burger that bleeds, eat a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Eat a beef
Dude.
burger.
Yeah.
If you're a vegan and you're like so against animals and this,
Slice
and
a
that,
beet, cook it up like you would
yeah,
a portobello
like
mushroom
why do you
or
want
something.
why do you want a burger that bleeds?
I
if
have
you're
a question
against
though.
burgers that bleed.
Why can't you be a vegan and not just be about the animals, but be like, hey, yo, there's like made out of vegetables. Some of the stuff, like, yo,
well,
we
that's
can eat
me.
it that way.
Like, I do it for my head.
Are you
know?
vegan?
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't like labels.
That's the theme right now.
No,
Connor
it's-
doesn't like that. He needs clear cut.
He needs
Nah,
something
no,
I
no,
can-
no, 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 no,
I
no.
can-
I
I need
don't
a
fuck with
I need
that.
something to
No,
cling
no,
on
no,
to.
no,
down.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I can
yeah,
break
yeah,
it
yeah.
down.
You
I've-
practice. You're trying to practice.
I've
vegan.
grown my own meat. Like, I'm from Louisiana. I'm getting a portrait of my pig tattooed on my
What?
thigh next week.
You're from
Like,
Yyouisiana?
Yeah, Lake Charles.
You need to go back home.
You say that
girl.
like I know where that's at. Where that's at?
It doesn't matter. It's really
Louisiana.
small.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna ask
But-
you something super dumb, but I also thought about it this Christmas when I went and did it. When I went and bought Christmas trees, I tripped out because it was like literally a graveyard for plants. I was like, do vegans buy Christmas trees? Is that something?
I don't even know because
that's not
I'm
animals,
not.
that's a
I'm not a
tree.
vegan.
You
Like,
take
but-
acid before you go Christmas tree
I'm
shopping?
Wait,
super
wait,
stoned
wait.
No,
all the
no,
time.
that's
I'm
a
really-
good question though, because it's like you never know. Like, being around someone who's like actually vegan, which I'm not. I'm not gonna lame myself as vegan, but like, and I said lame, proud. I'm not gonna lame myself as vegan because they have so much time and energy to put into things that like don't actually fucking matter. Like, people are gonna do. No, I'm being serious.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
fine.
definitely.
People
no,
are-
I just I thought it was
sure.
funny. I
People
just thought it
are
was
gonna
funny.
do what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like people that are vegan are almost like a religion, and they push it on you, and it's fucking annoying.
It's a little
Definitely.
tribe,
So
dude.
it's like, for me personally, I try to eat plant-based. Do I live by it religiously? No, I don't. I eat so much meat, so much dairy. But when I do eat plant-based, you know what I'm saying?
but
When
dude,
I-
it's healthy though
It
too.
is,
So it's
but-
like, fuck it. Why can't you just be healthy?
when I eat plant-based, do I feel better? Yes, I do. But am I being vegan because I'm trying to save this, trying to save that? No. Like, I raise my own animals to eat my own animals. Like, I know. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
what it is.
it is. And
That's
it's-
tight.
I'm sorry, if you're not going to cut down a Christmas tree, what the hell are you going to do with it? I'm decorating.
Wait, is veganism? Is like, does that involve Christmas trees too?
No,
because
dude, it
plants.
doesn't.
It's a plant-based. It's a thing.
Is it
Vegans
really?
Don't
Yes.
have Christmas trees?
That's why I said he had a valid thing. Like,
A tree is as alive as you or I.
I mean,
Yeah.
so are all the plants that they eat.
exactly.
Exactly.
Like-
That's the argument. That's why I
Exactly.
think
Wait,
it's-
what plants that what eat?
But okay,
Oh,
okay,
also
it's one
honey.
thing.
Damn, y'all lost me. I'm
You
like,
are
what
so
in the
cut off,
fuck?
dude.
I'm
Like
like,
salads and carrots and stuff.
You know,
Like
you might want to
plant-
swap him out. I don't know what you're
Ray,
thinking.
Ray, you
Me?
want to hop in here? Because apparently I'm lost on
No,
this
I'm just saying,
vegetarian
like,
talk.
they're so passionate about, all these things. And I think it's great. But at the same time, it's like, think about what you're being passionate about. Like, you want to be passionate about a Christmas tree? I get it. But that shit dies anyway, for one. Two, I'm decorating it in my living room, so I'm still celebrating that shit.
And you're feeding it water so it can still smell good.
I'm feeding it water, but
God
regardless,
damn.
it's still going to die. Like,
Yeah.
I don't I don't get it. I do get being plant-based for health benefits because I live by that.
For sure.
But if you're around here doing PETA and all that, cool, good on you. Just don't push it like it's a religion, and also know your facts.
And don't fuck around with the bees. Don't kill the bees.
Yeah, we need
Oh.
bees.
I know, on the real. Like that.
Hey,
We need bees more
for
than
Inside
trees.
Did Bees Knees Week, we raised the most money out of everyone in San Diego, and we saved 4 bee houses. Just want to throw it out there.
Yo, honestly, I
Damn.
don't get behind a lot of things, but like, yo, the bee thing is like, yo,
Bees are
We
dope.
did.
bees. We
We
need
did
fucking
it
bees.
so good that Jessa got a
Bro.
bee tattoo on her for Bees Knees
Yo.
Week. We fucked it up.
Dude, you know
Bees are
in
dope.
China that they're fucking, there's no bees there, so they fucking pollinate shit on their own, and they fucking
Really?
take, dude, they have pollen and they fucking pollinate with like a fucking brush.
You would know some weird shit like that.
Dude, I'm like, yo, I don't care a lot of shit, but like, yo, the bees, like, we need the bees.
Yeah.
And I know
'Cause you
vegans
don't
are
wanna
about the
do
bees.
it by hand.
I don't want to do no shit by hand.
We need the bees
Nah.
because I'm lazy.
You're part
dude.
Mexican though. You got that.
I do.
Yeah. Oh shit, we're going there.
Dude, it's fine, G.
We're doing the vegans.
Hey, I fucking I'm
racist
Mexican. I
vegans.
work
Let's go.
hard as fuck, bro. I
That's
don't
a
give a
whole-
fuck.
Where are those at?
Believe in the
They're
hustle,
there.
I'm
G.
gonna wake up in the
They're in
morning
the hustle,
and
G.
have an inbox full of like, you racist vegan bitches.
Nah, dude, I'm not
How many
racist
viewers
at all.
we got right now?
I'm Mexican as
Hashtag
fuck,
racist
and I love
vegans.
it. I'm half Mexican, half white. That's what it is, dude. The hustler, the hard-working hustler, is definitely on my. Like, I feel like it's like, that's what you got to do. You go to grandma's house, you want to fucking. What it was told to me was like, if you want clothes for school, you want money, grandma will give you money, but you got to go work every day that you're on summer vacation. 4 hours at grandma's house.
What'd you do?
Dude, I would do like, grandma wanted this fucking plant taken out, so I'd have to dig it all the way out to the bottom and get the root out, take it out, and then like replant something and like move that and throw it out. And that was like from.
That was 4 hours of work.
No, it was like that. It'd be like mow the lawns, like landscaping the house.
Oh,
Like
you
yeah,
mean
like
chores?
Mexican shit. Like yo, like
'Cause I think
Stuff kids
everyone
do.
had chores.
I had to take out the trash. I had to make my bed. Oh my.
Dude, that's what it is.
All about the
Like-
hustle, man.
It's
like,
all part of the hustle. You
it
don't
kind
even know.
of lived up to the stereotype. People were like, yo, I got called lawnmower. Like when I was growing up, fools would see like my grandmother drop me off or my dad drop me off, and they see I was Mexican, and they would call be like, hey, yo, I saw your dad fucking
Hey,
mowing
look,
my
he's
lawn
Mexican.
outside. No, they'd be like, yo, I seen your dad mowing my lawn outside this morning. I was like, yeah, fuck you. And they'd be like,
Sick.
dude, I got in a fight one time. It was like a racially motivated fight. They
Sick.
were all like,
Oh, okay, we're going deep
this,
now.
dude, this fool was like, hey, yo,
I'm
no,
sorry,
this fool.
guys. That's just my fault.
Dude, no, I'm just saying,
I
like,
opened that gate right
this
there.
fool told like this fool ran up on me and he like came up to me and he was like, yo, I seen your grandma outside this morning blowing my fucking leaves. And I was like, yo, what'd you say about my grandma, bro? Like, yo, to me, like my grandma,
Mi abuela.
yo, that's like my grandma is like my heart, G. So like you talk about my grandma, you're getting a reaction. And then so we're sitting, we were sitting in the fucking like the lunch hall, like on the benches or whatever. And this fool and like this homie Juan was sitting next to me, and he's like super Mexican, barely spoke English. I speak English, barely any Spanish. This fool speaks all Spanish, barely any English. We're sitting next to each other, and he's like talking all this shit about my grandma, about my dad, like calling me like
How
wetback,
dare he?
calling me spick and shit. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? You're gonna call. As soon as we get out of here, I fucking took my little lunch tray.
Wait, how old are you? I need
Dude,
to picture you.
Yeah.
I was probably, this was like 6th grade, bro. I was
Sounds
like
I
so
picture like a
Caucasian right
tiny,
now.
like
11 or
11?
12 years old. I was like 11 or 12 years
Small
old.
enough.
I picture a tiny body with a full-size Kano head on it.
I was
Dude,
seeing like
I was like,
Like a
I was
brass
seeing
doll.
5.
I was hella fat. I had a double chin. Oh, bro, I was like
Like
throwing
a
some weight
bearded
around.
6-year-old or something.
Bro, I fucking was like, yo, as soon as I see you outside, bro, let's go. I didn't even know no
churros as a
racial
kid or
slurs. What?
A lot of churros. As a
Dude, I
kid?
ate McDonald's like every day. Swear to God, Big Macs at like
Damn.
however
I couldn't take
old you
down a
are,
Big Mac back then. That
bro.
was tough.
I was killing it. That's why I was fat. But like, I fucking
Is that
I
why
go
you're
to
vegan now, or?
no. Dude, I go out there. I fucking square up with this fool, and I fucking just nail this fool in the face. And he clacked me super hard a bunch of times on the head. But then I just fucking started beating his ass. And they were like, "Why'd you start a fight?" I was like, "Bro, he was calling my grandma a fucking like a leaf blower." Are you fucking kidding me?
He said grandma
Like,
and
bro,
mine.
grandma. Like, No.
He was talking about my grandma.
You could
not
talk about
his.
my pops, my moms. That is like, son, you ain't gonna talk about my grandma. My grandma's the sweetest person on the fucking planet. You're gonna talk about my grandma's never smoked or drank in her fucking life.
Oh, that's the good
Like, yo, you're gonna hate on my bro,
Dude, neither is Donald Trump.
stuff. Let me
according
get
to
more.
him.
Let me get more.
bro. Like, that's some words right there. So that was 6th grade.
Dude, okay, so let's bump to 7th.
This is a different decade, you guys.
Yeah,
We're getting
dude.
off
Sorry,
topic here.
sorry.
Yeah.
That
This was the 90s, bro.
this is definitely the 90s.
We went
Try
from
being like a
vegan to
Jewish
grandmas.
vegetarian kid in Montana, bro.
Damn, we
with a
went from
weird
vegan
ass
to
Lebanese
racist
What?
name.
vegan to Mexican fights.
I know. dude.
Jewish vegetarian.
Yeah, in Montana.
Jewish racist vegetarians
Yeah.
from Mexico.
Yeah.
Kano,
I'm
everybody.
like,
Shut the fuck up. Don't even say that. Don't put that out there.
Kano was
You should
Jewish.
run that. That's pretty tough.
I think it's funny.
You should get an acronym that's like pretty tough using all those words.
Dude,
It's very, very Gucci.
Tu madre es muy fea.
Gucci.
there was a dude. His name was Jesus. He worked at La Jolla Beach and Tennis Club with me and Ray Ray.
And me. What's up?
And you. You never met Jesus, though.
No, I never.
This
met
fool
anyone.
came up to me and he was like, Kano. I was like, what's up? Me and him didn't get along. He was like, you're the only Mexican person I know that looks white, talks black, and looks and you're Mexican. He's like,
Dude,
you're
that's
like
on
a
point.
disgrace.
That is on point.
I was like, tight, bro.
And you're a racist
Thanks.
vegan.
I'm not a racist vegan.
You're checking all the boxes, dude.
No, not even.
Talk about Hinge profiles.
Spicy combo here.
Hinge, what's a Hinge profile? What's that?
You didn't hear what you said earlier today?
Nah.
His grinder profile goes though.
Okay, yeah.
I
That's
bet
Oh
it
wait, no.
does.
She said she was gonna
See?
send me pictures from her dating apps. Is that a dating app?
Yeah. Damn, dude.
You know. Fool.
Yeah, he
Come
acts
on.
all ignorant, dude. It's cute.
I don't know what that is. What? Tell me about
Oh,
this one,
Hinge
please.
is hilarious.
I don't know. Hinge is trash.
That actually sounded really bad. You were only gonna send me those photos for your episode that's coming up next week,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
just like the.
Oh, because those were like my
Wait, you
highlight
got photos for this?
Not
What,
yet.
well, not for this episode.
I was
no.
supposed to send you photos of me.
No, this was like a dude. You know that,
dude.
fool. You've
We
been on the
just
show
Googled
how
you.
many times? Like,
Google
I could
image.
send you something.
Google.
send me some new photos.
Mm.
I think everybody
into
you
the
Do
should
not
just
send it
do-
to me right now because
What?
that's filming right there.
You should just
What
go
if
to
I film it?
Google, type in everybody's first name, whatever the first image that comes up, that should be the image you promote.
Dude,
Oh, mine's gonna be
no
tough.
way.
Demetrus.
So mine is a unisex, mostly male name in Finland. So that's gonna be a no.
Brynn.
Mine's
Yeah.
unisex.
Brynn.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
honestly like hardcore dude name.
Mine's a
Is it
heavy African American name or Greek god name, so mine will be pretty
Well,
fun.
there you go, dude.
Greek
Tight.
god. Damn.
He puts that on his
Prometheus.
Hinge.
Yeah.
Get at me.
Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is?
Dude, all of us know what it is.
Everyone
What
knows
Hinge?
what Hinge
I know what
is.
it is.
I don't know what that is.
I don't use dating apps, but I do know what it is.
Okay.
This is the first
So.
dating app I've used. I've had other people use my photos on dating apps that I've never used, which I thought was hilarious.
work?
Why would you do that?
No, like people
Just
would
go on
like steal
Instagram
my
and
photos from
jack 'em?
Instagram and then like make a fake profile like, oh, I'm Sarah and I'm 23 and I live in Los Angeles. I'm like, so funny. I'm here in South Park and you can recognize my tattoos, you piece of shit.
How'd you find them?
Just by honestly, my guy friends being like, yo, look at this chick trying to use your photos.
Well, hey, Sarah.
Yeah. I know. Literally, I'd be like, can you meet up with this chick? Like, it's probably going to be a 300-pound dude, but it'll be funny. Like,
Reverse catfish.
Didn't you
to
say you got
catfish?
catfish?
I got catfish so hard.
What is that? I don't know what that means.
Catfish
See, I don't know what
is
that
like
means.
somebody makes a profile.
Exactly what she's
who's
talking
not
about.
You,
Yeah.
and then you meet up with them, and it's a different person.
And generally, they're like in the Midwest. No hate for all my Midwest listeners, but just like they're in the Midwest somewhere, and they're like, "I thought you were gonna love me."
For
Or,
who
like,
I am.
yeah, but like
Yeah,
they're
no.
like not that person, and they've had this relationship with like another person.
But that's like online dating. That's like a TV show based around catfish.
But it was like
I
a
got-
documentary first, right? Or
Yeah,
something like
I
that?
got catfish after like a week because I don't play games. Like I'm not trying to get to know you via text message.
She don't play games.
Like let's meet up in person. If you can't handle me, then fuck off. Yeah, no. It was like
See, that's what I do. I skip the whole thing. I skip the whole dating app. And
I don't
I'm
want to
like,
know your favorite color. I don't give a shit what your middle name is. If we cannot grab cocktails and have a good conversation, do not ever talk to me again.
Fuck.
Like I will
harsh.
literally block you at the bar while we're sitting next to each other.
Aye.
Bye. I don't save numbers because everyone comes with an
Give me
expiration
some.
date.
Just give me some right here, please. Just give me some. Yo, you're such a G. You like fuck off. Like, whoa.
Don't flip them off, though.
Yeah, don't flip me off though.
Just don't flip me
That's
off when
the
I'm trying to
trigger.
say hi to you.
It's
Because
not a safe word.
I know my name is Gucci, but I got a heart.
That's right. You know, it's like
Yeah,
I got
no,
a lot of love to give.
This guy catfished me super hard. On Hinge, you go through like multiple people, okay, and then Hinge will decide. No, you do like like a swiping game. If you've ever had like Tinder, Bumble, those are the only apps I know of. I've never been on them. I just know what they are.
Thanks for the.
Sorry,
clear that up.
no. This is
Don't
it's something
mind
else.
me.
It's something. It's all right.
Anyway,
Just
so
get comfortable here.
anyway, Hinge will hit you up and be like, "Yo, I think you're most compatible with this person," and you're like, "Okay." So they made me most compatible with this guy whose name I can't even pronounce because I thought he was Greek or some shit.
Dimetrus.
And and so I was looking at his.
That's what I was trying to hide, guys. I was trying to make my move here, and you
I
guys
was-
are exposing
I was
me.
looking at his photos, and I'm like, okay, this guy surfs, like he does this, he does that, like he looks dope, he looks legit, whatever.
Totally me. Go on.
It wasn't. I appreciate the effort. It wasn't. It definitely wasn't you. This guy was like 6'3" and blonde, which is not my type. But it said
So
we were most
gross.
compatible because it asked you a series of questions and it like pairs up your questions. Anyway, so I'm an idiot. This was like my first time on Hinge, and I was like, I should have asked for like his Instagram or whatever, but I didn't. I was like, this shit has to be legit because, you know, it asked you a bunch of serious shit. And he was like, hey, he messaged me first, and he was like, hey, Hinge thinks we're compatible. Like, do you want to meet up? And I was like, yeah, let's see what this shit's all about. Whatever. It's my first time on Hinge.
Yeah.
Going for it. I was married before, so like I'm super new to the dating game. Anyway, he asked to meet at one of my favorite spots in PV, and I'm not even gonna say the place. If you guess it, good for you. And
Oscars.
no. Oh, okay.
Everybody's just guessing.
Cabo
First of all-
Cantina.
First, do I look
Better
like I'm
buzz.
22? Shut up and let me finish.
Bird
So-
Rock.
I hate you so much. So he asked to meet at one of my favorite places. I was like, oh,
It's
this
Silver
this-
Fox, guys.
Okay, first of all, I was right down the street, and I fucking love Silver Fox.
702. Club 702.
Okay.
Shut
Oh, no.
up.
You said
Anyway,
guess.
It's that Spanish tapas place. I don't
It's that
fucking
New
know.
England-
Yes,
But that
Costa
place
Brava.
is so fucking good. That place is so good.
I figured somebody would guess after I mentioned I drank sherry while I was there.
I've been to Costa Brava.
Okay,
in
I love
Spain. It's
Costa
actually
Brava.
really
My
nice.
ex was a tattoo person next door.
Well,
for a
Costa
while.
Brava is my jam. It's
Okay.
been my jam for a lot of years.
So you met him at Costa Brava.
He brought it up. He's like, let's meet at Costa Brava. And I was like, shit, that's where I used to
You
go with
paying?
my ex all the time. No, that's where I drink. So
Mm.
I was like, damn, I used to go there with my ex all the time. This might be a setup. Like, my ex is trying to trap me on Hinge. Rude, but I'm going to go anyway and get this free wine.
Rude. But I'm still gonna get this free wine.
Wow. All right, go on.
You're so fucking savage, yo. Like,
I'm into this.
I
Let's
might
go.
be getting set up, but there's still free wine.
Yeah, so it
Lava
was
with a
whatever.
pack of Oreos.
So he hits me up and he's like, I'm already here. And he describes what he's wearing. So I go in. It's a Monday evening. I figured Monday would be the good day. They're not going to be busy. There's no way. And I go in and I look at the person describing the outfit, and I'm just like,
And he knows what you look like.
of course he knows what I look like. Are you
Okay.
kidding me?
I'm just making sure.
All of this walked in a bodysuit.
In a bodysuit.
I was in a bodysuit. I looked
Oh.
so good. Even Jessa questioned me. She was like, bitch, where are you going? Trying to get married or what?
Ah.
So I was like looking at my phone. I was like, this is not the guy in the photo, but he's wearing what the description is. And I was so like weirded out.
Ooh.
So I just sat at the bar, and Antonio, shout out, woo, my favorite bartender. He was like, oh my God, Miss B, do you want me to pull the sherry from the cellar? I was like, oh, thank you, Antonio. Pulled my sherry out, poured it for me. This guy sends me a message, and he was like, are you drinking at the bar right now? Are you wearing all black? And I was like, oh my God, yes, I am. Are you here? And he was like, yeah, I told you what I was wearing. Oh my God. He was... I don't even know how to describe the difference between the two photos or people that I was supposed to meet up with. If there could be a complete opposite, it was a 180. It was, yeah.
Was
It
he
was-
like short and fat?
He wasn't short and fat. I was looking for someone a little more built out, not buff, but like more, I guess, chunky.
In
Chubby
shape?
chaser? No.
Oh, chubby
more
chaser.
More like football chubby. You know what I'm saying?
Stocky?
Like a linebacker stocky, you know?
Okay.
And I got this little skinny, scrawny, just white boy with like brown hair, and he was wearing this weird outfit, and he just looked like he hadn't showered in a couple weeks. And he sits next to me.
Jesse.
He sits next to me and he was like, Brienne? And I was like, Brynn. And he's like, oh. He like rolls up his pant leg. He's like, I just cut my leg on a nail outside and I think I need to get a tetanus shot. That was our introduction.
Oh,
What?
nice.
Is that for real what he said?
Yes.
Like, did he really get cut, though?
Yeah, he was bleeding from his leg, and I was freaking out. And Antonio had already poured my sherry, and this was an expensive sherry, and I didn't want to chug it, but I grabbed the glass and chugged the whole thing, and I was like, can I please have my check? I need to go. I was so irritated. So then I was like, hey, like, I'm not feeling too well. And he was like, oh, you're not vibing with me? And I was like, let me have a shot of tequila, Antonio.
After some crazy-ass
Because
wine.
this guy tried to keep me there after I asked for my check. And I was like, well, you're ballsy for, like, trying to question why I'm leaving. So I took this shot of tequila, and I was like, first of all, you are not the person in the photo. And then he pulled the speech. Well, you know, blah, blah, blah. I figured maybe if you got to know me. Nope. Hard fucking no, my friend. I don't know who you are. You have rabies or whatever you got going on. Hepatitis C
Tetanus.
at the most. Like, you got me all the way.
MRSA.
Yeah, and whatever you have, I don't want it, and you should probably go to the hospital. I'm going to finish this tequila. Antonio, please give me my check. I'm leaving. I literally peaced out. I was
Deuces.
gone. Fucking so hard gone.
Good for
Showed
you.
up at Fernside, back in my work, literally 32 minutes later after I left my house.
That happened within 30 minutes?
32 minutes, because
32 minutes.
Jessa,
Get it right.
2. Bro.
Jessa
Yeah.
was on it. Jessa was like so excited for
So
me.
this
to go
happened
on a
within
date.
like the last couple weeks.
No, this was like 2 months
Months?
ago. This was
So
2
this
months
was
ago.
like Christmas Eve, right?
Right. It was like 2
She's like, this
months
was
ago.
Tuesday.
I showed back up at work, and Jessa was like, what happened? I was like, I don't even want to talk about it. Like,
Yo.
it was crazy.
Good
Then
work. Good
I
work
met this
there.
Brazilian guy. I was so excited. I found
All right,
it-
wait. Before you go into this, I must take off.
Oh, why?
I have some guests at my house that I must attend to.
You're
That's
going to leave,
weird.
G? All right.
So I must leave. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say
dude.
later to you real
should
quick.
be. So we're not getting the rolled tacos.
No. Wait, I gotta hear myself at least. Plans have changed, and I got a phone call, and now there's someone at my house that I need to go to my house.
I see. Booty
We
call.
know.
That's
Yep.
cool.
It's a
You-
guy.
So Grinder.
Hopefully,
I was telling you about his Grindr profile.
hopefully
it
he
goes
looks
hard.
like his pictures. I don't know.
No,
I
it's
guess.
I'm gonna tell you, it's an old friend from high school who I had a falling out with. Him and I are trying to rekindle our relationship,
All right.
and he never shows up. Every time I'm like, cruise out, he's always like, cruise to my house. He lives in Lemon Grove, and I'm like, I'm not going to Lemon Grove. I live in North Park, dude. Are you kidding? He's like, what's in North Park? I'm like, everything.
Everything?
Yeah,
Everything.
just
Everything.
Literally
I was like,
all of San Diego.
I live on 30th, so everything's in walking distance. So I was like, what the fuck? Come out to my house. Like, all right, send me the address. And he's always that dude. Send him the address. He never shows up.
Well, just
Well-
say your address and we'll all show up.
That'd be sick.
You should
Everybody.
have sent him this address.
4237
Dude.
Kansas Street,
Don't.
San Diego,
shit.
California, 92104.
Grinder's popping
Wow.
92104 in the house, dude.
Demetrus Collins.
619-772-9862 at Dernbot. I'm not gonna give you my social though.
Don't give the social,
Is that-
please. Just don't.
They've already got enough to
don't.
find.
Literally.
I should.
Don't.
If anybody
Like,
wants
don't.
to adopt my
No.
debt, hit me up
Just
for my
stop.
social.
Gee,
You could have
gee.
all my debt and all my credit. And
Stop.
anyway,
Stop.
no, I gotta go, and I love you guys.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much
man,
for
nice to
inviting
meet
me.
you.
Nice to
Yeah,
meet you
Jake.
guys too.
He's
Ro-
one of my.
Raul, I'm gonna need you to take over. Rain
Yeah,
check on the
Ray,
tacos.
get back over here.
All right.
I shared my pasta with you.
I'm definitely gonna have some tacos for sure afterwards.
Thanks for the pasta. Just
Yeah, the pasta's pretty G.
Well, while they're hugging it out, anyway, I went on a date with this Brazilian guy and I checked his Instagram, so I was like, this guy's legit. We made an agreement to meet at one place, and he hit me up. He went to the wrong place. I was at the original meeting place in PB again. Jesus. And
That's where you go to take your dates?
No, dude. I stay
And
out of
Costa Brava?
I stay out of PB, dude.
Well, this was his idea. So anyway, he's not
Red
from.
flag.
I know. Trust me. I got it. So he was like, "Hey, I'm here." He went to duck dive on accident,
Mm-hmm.
and he hits me up. He's like, "Hey, I'm at duck dive." I'm like, "Cool. I'm at the place we agreed to meet at, where I know people that work there, so I was more comfortable." And he's like, "But I'm at duck dive," and I was like, "That's cool. I'm
Yeah.
at the place I said we were gonna meet at." He's like, "Well, I don't know how to get there." I was like, "Well,
Figure it out."
So he ends up showing up. I figured out that he wanted to meet at Duck Dive because he didn't have an actual active cell phone. He was using Duck Dive's Wi-Fi to contact me, but I figured this out way later. So, also another red flag.
Yeah, slightly.
So I'm sitting at this. I'm sitting
That's
at.
tough.
I'm sitting at this bar, prepping myself. Took a couple shots of tequila. Talking to my friend Christina. She's bartender. Tell her the situation. This old guy sitting next to me who just got done playing golf. He overheard our conversation. He was so stoked. He's like, I'm going to be a part of this first meeting. He was like, I got your back. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? This guy's old enough to be my grandpa. This is awesome. Or sugar daddy, whatever. And so homie finally shows up like an hour later, screaming at me. Like at the top of his lungs in whatever language.
Portuguese, probably.
I don't know. I don't care. And he's
Yeah,
like,
it's probably Portuguese.
and he's like, are you fucking kidding me? And I was like, I turned around and I'm like, oh fuck, that's him. He looks just like his photos.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Can't have it all.
dude, oh my God. And I was like, oh my God, what's the problem? Shut the fuck up. Also. So, like,
Shut the fuck up,
By the way.
please.
yeah, and he's like, I went to the wrong place and you're not answering your phone. And I was like, I looked at my phone, like I don't have any missed calls or texts or whatever. He's like, couldn't get a hold of you. I didn't have Wi-Fi. And I was like, oh my God. And he was like, you made me look like an idiot, just screaming at me in front of everyone in the fucking bar. I was
Screaming at you?
screaming, like at the top of his lungs. He has a skateboard. He's like slamming it down to the point where it's going to break, like just going off on
What?
me.
This is the first time you've met this
Yes,
dude?
this is our first, like,
So when's the wedding? Or like,
right?
Dude,
What was the app? Which app was
This
it?
was
This is
Hinge.
Hinge.
I
I've
don't
never
know
heard of
anything
this
about
one.
that.
This
Yeah, I've
is
never
the
heard of
That must be a
unhinged
new
edition
thing, right?
of Hinge.
I mean, we could go through my 83 unread messages right now.
Oh
if you
damn,
Dude, guys
yo,
are-
you're like
guys
you're
are
like
awful
sought
on this
after,
shit.
yo. Like damn, G.
I just don't respond.
What's it like? Do you just like have to like beat them off with a stick?
I wonder what it's like to be a girl on those apps though, because I
It's
feel
pretty
You can
funny.
ask her right here.
Well, okay, so no, I'll tell you. So one of my guy friends who's newly divorced as well, he decided to make a Hinge, and so he was like going kind of downward spiral. I met him at Turf Club and like trying to like help him. I literally met up with him and forced him to drink club soda. Like I was like, you need to stop drinking. Like this is ridiculous. So he made a Hinge, and he was like, you don't understand how bad Hinge is for men. And I
Right.
didn't
It's rough.
until I saw it. No, it was
Well,
so
dating
bad.
apps, I don't know nothing about Hinge.
No,
but-
it was
Hinge
so
is
bad.
pretty
So at
shitty.
first I was like, how am I getting hit up so much? Like, I know
Wait.
there's some fine ass bitches in San Diego, you know what I'm saying? So like, why am I getting hit up so much? Till I saw Hinge.
What? I don't understand. What's
there
going
were
on?
so many ugly bitches.
So Hinge has this
Oh.
program. I've used it before.
Yes.
And Hinge does this shit where the first like 2 days they just show you like
The
straight up
best.
models.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Creme of the
what?
creme.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, you're like, I'm not gonna get any of these matches, but whatever. And then after 2 days, it's
You
just
get the
like
real life.
you get real.
No,
it
it's
gets
fake. They reel you
real.
in. They reel you in. They show you these models, and then they're like, pay for the premium package for 3 months. It's $19.99.
Oh,
And then
no.
you pay for it, and
No,
then
you
you're
don't.
like, she's okay. I did, and she was like,
Oh.
you're fat, you're fat, you're fat, you're ugly. But the problem is, they're ugly inside and out. Like these chicks have these high ass standards, but they're actual assholes, and they look like assholes, and you can't be both. You got to
Yeah.
pick one. You know what I'm saying?
Yikes.
So what about the guys?
Yeah, what about
what's
the
the, what's,
dudes?
what's the
Yeah,
talent
what's
out there
the,
for
like-
you?
It's mostly military dudes. So my first
yeah.
my first response is like, my ring size is a 7. I guess we'll get married next week. I know you want those benefits.
As long as you're being deployed.
right? Are you being deployed in the next 7 days? Because Mama B is down.
Wow.
damn.
Yeah.
Hey man, the clock is ticking.
Yeah,
Yo,
dude. What's
I
going on,
mean,
man?
gee.
But I've gone on 4. I've only gone on 4 Hinge dates in the last 3 months, and I've only hooked up with one of those people. And it wasn't like, he's probably listening to this right now because he stalks my Instagram. Anyway, he
Crazy.
Ubered all the way. He could have drove, but he was drinking. He Ubered all the way from Vista to hook up.
Oof, that's
'cause
what's good.
Sent him some photos.
Hey, whatever.
But
But you sent him photos. Of
I
course he's gonna
did.
come. Come
Oh
on now.
well,
But then he got there, and it was like kind of going down, and I was like, you know what? I'm really feeling this.
oh shit.
And then he Ubered home.
No.
He didn't
stopped?
complain or
Oh,
anything.
shit.
He probably did do
That's
his
like a
Uber driver.
$60
But not to
Uber
you.
I'm
right
not
there.
a counselor. I wasn't clocked in.
God
Wow.
damn.
I was not a counselor. I wasn't clocked
wasn't
in.
clocked in.
What does that even mean?
Bartenders
saying-
are counselors, bro.
Basically, if he was complaining, she didn't hear him. All right.
Sober baristas, dude, you should get that. You're basically a sober bartender,
Yeah.
bro. What the fuck?
You
No, it's very
Straight
different.
up.
In out.
I
I
am
mean-
so
Coffee's
fucking
in out.
shocked right now.
Not all. Trust me, dude. They tell you their problems.
Dude, people like trust baristas on the
overshare way too
real.
much.
Like, yo, because
But-
they,
Well, maybe
fewer
Funky
probably, right?
Barista because he gets flowers delivered to him.
dude, he does.
Wow.
Funky barista, man, he fucking pulls some chicks.
He's a real funk, dude.
And they got flowers sent to me.
He's got swag, G.
I
That's what it
haven't either, and I'm a
is.
female.
He's confident. He's confident. That's what it is. Like Ryan is very confident when the way he
You
way he
gotta be.
dresses and like people
That's
see
like
it.
guys that drive.
Ryan works here.
That's
Yeah.
like guys that drive big lifted trucks. They gotta show some sort of confidence.
Nah.
Is that what he drives?
I thought that's what the truck was for.
Hey. I like Ryan. I think, dude, I like his swag. I appreciate his swag.
No, dude. I like people who are characters. He's a fucking character.
He is a
man.
character.
He's
For
a G.
sure.
Yeah.
He's
I
a G.
appreciate
He's
that.
the one that'll flip me off from across the street. 'Cause
That
it's kinda
shit's
more-
See,
Dude,
I don't
man.
like that though. I don't understand why people
No.
do that. Like,
I'm down with the flipping.
I
off
don't.
on that.
I don't
you.
flip off other chicks. Like, yo, like, no. Like,
Well,
it's
he's
not
another
cool.
chick. Chicks do it to chicks.
I guess. I don't know. Like, that shit just bothers me. Like, why you gonna do that? Like, stop.
It's a
So-
sign of appreciation.
On the topic of
Hmm.
these bad dates, I feel like as a guy and back and forth, like a woman's bad date is so much different than a man's bad
I would
date.
love to know your bad dates.
Oh God.
Oh, jeez. I got
One-
one for you.
One girl- this one is
Please.
like
I'm gonna
this
go to the
one
bathroom.
is the pinnacle of bad dates. It's one that like on my way home I called my sister and I was like, you gotta fucking hear this story. And this is like a few years ago. I moved to San Diego and I was living in OB with my brother at the time, and I met this girl up at like Sips on 30th,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I was like, what is this vegan place? Like
The
okay.
best vegan
I mean-
fusion restaurant in San Diego.
It was pretty good.
Shout out.
It was pretty good, but I had never been there before, and the date was like pretty normal. It seemed like kind of average. She was who she said she was, and then she's like, super like complimented, which is kind of weird as a guy to get a bunch of compliments. You're like, I don't really know how to react to this.
Right. Fair. Yeah.
But then she's like, why aren't you affectionate? And I'm like,
Oh.
I've literally been talking to you for like 15 minutes. Like, what do you?
Wait, she wanted you to be affectionate right then. and
Yeah, I
there?
was like,
Oh,
I don't know
that's
what
aggressive.
you're wanting specifically, but I'm like, oh, I just met you. We're just kind of like
Chatting.
chatting right now.
Yeah.
Like we're in a restaurant. It's a lunch date.
Dude,
Like
not even
Middle of the
nice
not
day.
even,
No
like-
alcohol.
I
Yeah.
haven't even drank. I'm not even trying to go there.
it's like I'm here sipping on a Mountain Dew. Like
Yeah, for real.
fuck.
Yeah.
And
Baja
so Baja Blast is awful, dude.
Yeah.
no, I'm just
Rad.
saying, like that's where her head was.
Yeah, dude. She's in Baja. Trust me, it gets weirder. So we go and have coffee afterwards down at like Wholesome, which is just down the street.
Yeah.
And then we're just kind of
University.
walking around North Park, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta go to work or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, I'll give you a ride to your car because my car was closer." And we get in the car, and she like turns and she like looks at me, and she goes, "We should kiss."
Oh, damn.
And
Did
I'm
she
like,
ask for it?
"Yeah." I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
"All right," like I'm not gonna complain,
Yeah.
you know. And so we kissed, right? And then it wasn't like anything spectacular. It wasn't like a makeout session. It was literally like,
Just a
you
peck.
know, it wasn't a peck. There was like a little tongue involved, but not a whole lot.
Tight.
Yeah, it was all right. I was happy with it.
It was a good kiss.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I thought, I was okay with it.
Okay.
It wasn't my best work, but
It was
You
casual.
You were put
in
on
the moment.
Spot.
I had Indian food, like, and then coffee. Like,
You
what the
went
fuck?
spicy. Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
I always
hear
go
you.
spicy.
Yeah.
Dude.
So
So,
you low-key had to shit the same time you were kissing her.
pretty much, which is like, what are you gonna do?
two mouths are puckering at one time.
Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly. The brown mouth and the red mouth.
Connor, you
Everything's-
missed nothing.
The culmination hasn't happened yet. I don't know if I've told you about this one, but anyway, so I find out in the conversations we had. So she was an ER nurse. I'm like, okay, so she's super solid, like working a job that's hard. Like I used to be a police officer, so I'm like, oh, okay, like I appreciate that, like night shift and that shit's hard and thankless. Like I get
Yeah.
it. So
Oh, yeah.
we vibed off that. She ended up being from Montana, so I'm like, oh, like fellow Montanan all the way in California, like that's cool. So then we kiss, and she turns away from me for a second, turns back like crying,
What the?
and I'm just, what's going on? Like, what happened? And she's like, well, how'd that kiss make you feel?
Well, I'm not
Stop.
crying
And
about it.
I was like, yeah. And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, did it make you want to like pull me onto you and ravage me? And I'm just like, well, I'm a guy, so that was a thought.
Yeah,
my
that
mind.
was
But, like,
before the kiss.
We're in my car. It's a 2-seater. It's a fucking Fiat. Like, there's not a lot of room.
Again, it's 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, and we're in the parking garage
And
behind
there's
Calabria.
No alcohol involved.
And I was like, yeah.
You know what? I like this girl.
She was,
Yeah.
you know,
Help him out.
I've
Yeah.
seen her. I've seen her. She has a YouTube channel. I'll find it.
I can't wait.
Anyway,
She has a YouTube channel?
okay, so I missed this part, but basically, on top of being an RN, like a registered nurse in an ER, she also does these YouTube stuff about past life regression and like.
Oh.
But most of the shit, I mean, I can. That's cool if you're into that stuff. But like the stuff that she was saying was like pop psychology. It's like childhood, blah blah blah. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like that's just made up. Anyway, so she's crying, and I'm like trying to question her because as a guy, it's weird to like drop a girl off in the middle of the daytime on
Crying.
the street crying.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what's up? What's wrong? And she's like, you know, as a woman, you know, the gurus say,
Oh no.
Oh,
and I'm just
Jesus.
like, oh fuck, here we go. And it was way worse than I thought it was going to be. She goes, women have the ability to taste in their partner's saliva if they are compatible for breeding, and we are
Jesus.
not compatible. And yeah, your reaction is basically
Whoa.
what
I'm
That's
a chick
really what
and
she
that's
said to you?
not
Have a
even-
great day.
yeah, I was just like,
Bye.
oh
Deuces.
shit, that's
Yeah,
that's
later.
heavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
later.
So yeah, that was my worst.
I wish
date.
I had a receipt printer in your dashboard to
You know
like,
what? That
print
was
out,
weird.
Thank you. Don't come again.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude.
That was the worst one.
You know what? I had a catfish. It was
Did
when
you really?
It was like when Tinder first came out, and I jumped on that and checked it out.
of course you did.
Fuck it, why not?
He jumped.
Come on.
Because that was the key terms. Fuck it.
Fuck it. No, YOLO.
Dude, are you,
Oh.
Dude.
you're legit just drinking rosé out of the fucking bottle.
I remember when I got out,
There's no cups.
the popular song on the radio was
Nasty.
$20 in my pocket. Remember that song?
It's still
Only
your
got
song.
$20.
No,
No.
I don't listen to.
Wait,
Anyway,
broke
is
full
that-
Wait,
shit.
are you talking about Macklemore?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
and
you want a
and
cup?
people
I
were
don't need a
saying
cup.
Respect
YOLO.
lost.
He's
Nah,
talking
fuck
about
YOLO.
Macklemore, but then also talking about how he was with the fucking essays in prison.
But dude, no, because Ray Ray's a G. Though,
This is when I got out.
Ray Ray is one of my G's
He was trying
homies.
to
Like
soften
still to
up.
this day, like I fuck with Ray Ray so hard.
No,
though.
what
Like,
I'm trying to
it's
say is
like-
when I got out, things had changed a bit. That song was playing on the radio. As I was riding home, that song was on the radio. I was like, what the fuck is this?
No, you were jamming.
No, I was like, what the fuck is this?
No, Macklemore's the
Nah,
shit.
this
You were
is like
jamming.
nah. This means what you're saying. Right
and then people were like, YOLO. And I was
Nah.
like, what the fuck does that
You
even
only live
mean?
once, aka you only live twice.
No.
Okay.
I know.
No,
I
no,
know.
no, no,
I
no,
know.
no, don't talk about that.
But anyway, I hopped on Tinder. I went to meet up with this girl that I'd been chatting with for a while because I like to text. You know, you feel me? I like to learn about
You
people.
like to communicate?
I want to know what your middle name is before I meet
Communicate.
up with
Wait,
you.
wait. You think texting is communicating? What about like a face-to-face conversation?
I have 3 C's.
What does that mean?
Communication, consistency, and compromise. If you cannot communicate with me, I will not compromise with you, and there will be no consistency in this goddamn relationship. Bye.
Yo, what? How
Anyway,
do you even come up
continue.
with
No,
that? Yeah,
hey,
I'm
Continue.
sorry. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
feel you though.
There's my
Dude, that was
first-
crazy. Like you
Continue.
recited
No,
that.
I
yo.
feel you. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's on my Hinge profile.
Oh, shit.
Oh my goodness!
up,
I'm gonna have to
shut
look for it now.
That's
But
Right after that,
I'm
like
just saying.
Marilyn Monroe quote that every girl.
not I. I'm Marilyn Manson to
There you
that
go.
base.
Yo, wow.
Go ahead,
Wow,
finish.
you're
Are you
nar.
No, I don't mind
Nar,
listening
nar.
to you. It's all right. But anyway, I went to meet up with this chick. I was working 2 jobs at the time, so I was working like 2 full-time jobs, which meant I only had like an hour between each job. And I hopped on the Tinder, and I was chatting with this girl, and I was like, all right, cool, let's meet here. And I was working at the downtown hotel before I went back to PB to work at the PB hotel.
Yep.
So I was in downtown. I was like, yo, meet me at the Stone Brewery Tap Room. It's right there by Petco Park, if you guys know it. So she was like, cool,
Right
yeah,
below
that's what's up.
Fairweather.
Huh?
Right below Fairweather.
Yeah,
next to
you know.
Rare Form.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. You know the spot.
Speak
So-
into the mic. You're like on the side.
I know, that's why I had to ask you.
Yo, get
I had
right
to
here.
ask, like-
Get right here.
I'm not sure to call
Anyway,
Just
long story
put it
short,
on the mic.
I'm walking to meet up with this girl, and I'm like, hey, cool. I'm almost there. I'm coming around the bend. As I'm walking up, if you've been there before, Petco Park's on your left-hand side, Stone Brewery's on your right.
Same for you.
Stone Brewery Tap Room's on your right. Feel me?
ASMR,
Right?
right, bro? Get close.
Yeah.
Same.
So
Same.
as I'm walking down, there are these like brick pillars on your right-hand side as you're walking down.
It's a good motion.
And
Is it like this?
it was like this.
It was like a
though.
nice stroking up and down vertical.
It's a
Sorry,
Stone, it's got a
these
stone
brick
pillar.
pillars.
It's a wide one.
I didn't
So-
mean to make you uncomfortable.
No, you're good. You're good.
Nothing
So-
makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, no,
As I
was talking
rolled
to him.
up, I said, "Hey, I'm almost there," and she's like, "Cool." I'm at the bar with my cousin and my friend or something. I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." I didn't realize they were coming too. But then I see this head like peek out from the brick pillar,
Oh no.
and I'm like, "What the fuck was that?" Because it was looking at me, whatever it was.
It was looking at
Hey,
me.
that's
Brutal.
all I could tell.
Keyword. It.
Okay.
It.
As I come around the corner, this girl who I was chatting with didn't look anything like her photo. Kind of like your experience, right? So I come around. I'm a bit flabbergasted to the point where I just really don't say anything. I just look at her, and I kind of just hesitate as I say hello. Because I'm not sure if this is actually the girl that I'm supposed to meet or not. But she's looking at me
Like tough.
she damn knows who I am.
Like you
Yeah.
owe her something.
So I'm like, hey,
You've been texting for weeks.
And
You
she's
middle
like-
name.
dude, this is what she says to me. She goes, "Are you okay?"
Are you okay?
That's what she
What
says.
in the hell does that mean? What does that mean?
I say hi, and she says, "Are you okay?" All right, I already right there, everything I needed to know
Time.
was I was like, all right, cool. I'm not tripping. That's for sure. Like, this is who I've been talking to, which really bummed me out because she was really fun to talk to. Like, whatever. But anyway, as I come around the corner, this is my experience, and I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. Hey, I'm Raul. Nice to meet you. And like, I reach around and give her a hug, and I'm just like, fuck, like. Like, what did I do?
He's looking up at the,
like,
like,
I
looking
don't
for
know what I
God right
did.
now.
Is this a test? So so I'm like, all right, cool. She's like, all right, yeah, let's roll in. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think I need to go to the bathroom.
No.
Dude, and
You went to
know
the bathroom
what?
and just peed?
Dude, let me tell you. I said, I think I need to go to the bathroom. She's like, all right, cool. Yeah, my cousin and I are over here at the bar. And so if you've walked in before, the bar's up to your left. And the bathroom's back towards the back. And what's interesting about it is it's got a hallway, and there's a door to the kitchen.
and
right?
Also an exit.
And also, like, 2 crash bars, full exit. So as I'm walking back, she's like, all right, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'll be right back. As I'm walking down, I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck just happened? What am I going to do? What am I supposed to do? And I'm like, exit, peace. So I take off. I'm like power walking back over to the hotel. And as I'm power walking, I get back. I get in my car, and I get a text. It's probably like 10 minutes later. And she's like, scary, huh?
What?
Scary, huh?
Scary, huh?
So wait,
Ooh, what the
what did this
Wow.
person look like?
Really?
She did
Also,
not
what
look like her photo.
Well, okay,
End
well,
of
no,
story.
no. That's the first question I had. I was like, what did her profile picture look like, and what did she look like?
I have to.
Go. Go, 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 go.
She's going out the back
Because I
fucking
don't
door,
even
dude.
know
Dude,
this.
just go. Just go.
I'm a woman and I already know.
Dude, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm
You're
a
fine.
woman, and I already know.
Dude, just go.
No, it was pretty much like I'm not. Her photos were she was attractive, right? Like I'll tell you that much. I was attracted to her, right? Like
That clears it all up, bro. I don't have any more questions.
I was attracted to her images. When I saw her, I didn't know who I was looking at.
What did
Okay.
she
Yeah.
look like?
There was no attraction, bro.
I,
Does it matter? I mean, does it
tell me
really
off
I guess it
air.
doesn't
Tell me off
matter.
the air.
It
Tell me off
wasn't
the air.
her.
I want to know.
Bro, it wasn't her.
You tell me later.
Does it
Tell me
matter?
later. You're gonna tell me yes.
So, like, here's the thing that people always give shit about with this whole online dating thing is because they're like, oh, they don't look like their pictures, but you, like, vibe with them. I think if anyone who's online dated before has had that experience,
Okay.
like,
Cool.
I've never been, like, fully catfish where it's not that person, but I've definitely had pictures where it's like, hey,
Not
this
the
was
best.
this was clearly, like, you 10 years ago
Oh damn.
type of shit. Or, like, you know all the right angles.
Yeah,
So,
kind
like,
of thing.
yeah.
I hear you. Yeah.
So I've definitely been there. And I think that people are like, oh, well, you guys, if you got along really well via text, like, why is it all about looks? But that's not even, like, that's part of it. But also, in the end, like, do you want to start your relationship with someone or, like, even spend time with someone who's going to, like, lie to you from the fucking get-go? Like,
nah, hell
no.
nah.
No.
So it's just like,
No, I agree.
No.
Yeah, because you know what? It's not like I'm saying that looks is at the top of my list, but I'm gonna tell you that it's very near the top of my list because I want to be attracted to you.
But
Yeah.
what about when you get old?
Then you better fucking be attracted to me, and I better be attracted to you because you know what? It's not gonna end well when we're old. Then
Bro, when you get like, honestly, let's like think about this logically. And this is how I think about it, honestly.
I can't think about it that way because
Bro,
I'm not there yet.
It's like when you get old and you're going to get fat, like, yo, bro. Like,
Why does
on the
everybody gotta
real.
get fat? My
Yeah.
parents aren't fat. My dad's like 70.
First of all, you don't
My
even
dad's not
gotta
fat.
get old to be fat. Okay, we see, especially in San Diego, we see fat motherfuckers
All
with
day,
beautiful
every
little
day.
girls. Thank you, all day, every day. That's all I'm saying. So really, it's not about
It's
that.
not about, it's about the money.
No.
No.
What it's about is, like
Stop
you said,
drinking.
man, the
Stop
fact
drinking.
that, well, one, you're lying to me, and you didn't really give me an opportunity to know who you are, right? And you know what? At the end of the day, physically, she just really wasn't my type. So, no, I wouldn't have given her a chance. So that was, like, the best avenue she could have taken.
I mean,
Boom.
But there was a fucking
There's a
exit, bro.
Pregnant
there
pause.
were 2 exits.
Dude, I couldn't believe
Scary,
it.
huh?
2
I was,
exits.
dude,
Scary,
my little
huh?
heart
There was an
was,
actual exit and one to another bar that also had an exit.
Yeah. I was
That's
seriously like-
crazy.
yes, I'm supposed to leave. Yeah. And so,
Dude, that's
100%.
heavy.
All signs
I mean, I
point to
gave her a
yes.
hug, man. I tried to do my best.
My parents met looking so fuego, and I'm adopted. I was there when my mom met my stepdad. They were looking so fuego, and they were both not looking fuego, and still so much in love. They date each other. They love
Wait,
each other.
you're saying fuego so much. Like,
They're
what do
so
you
Fire,
mean?
baby.
They look-
Fire.
They
I
were
I
so
know what it
hot.
means.
They
They
were
were
so
just fire.
sexy. Are you kidding me?
They were hot, but they weren't hot.
No, they
They
were, but they're not
No,
now.
they're not now.
Oh, they're not now.
Yeah, and they're still so much in love. Like, they got fat together.
See, that's what I'm about.
They got happy fat. They got
Oh, yeah,
happy
happy
fat.
fat. I'm just
like,
saying.
They vacation, ate all the food, drank all the cocktails.
Oh, that's
Enjoyed all
legit
the
as
sun.
fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
So it's
not
like-
that's not a
but
problem.
They were attracted to each other at a certain style before that happened.
It has to start that way.
Don't get me wrong, personalities are a thing. Like, I'm friends with all different
I
shapes
rely
and
on it.
sizes. Yeah. Like, shut up. For me,
I laugh not knowing the full truth.
it's different. It's different for me when you separate your relationships properly. Like, as a human being, I'm friends with people inside and out. Like, I value you no matter what you look like, how you come, because I learn people from the inside. It doesn't matter who you are. Like, I fucks with you. Like, that's, if I flip you off, I fucks.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, dude,
I was gonna say.
all the things you're saying right now, I could easily just
Yeah,
be like,
like I fuck with you. But if it comes down, like, just what we're not gonna talk about today, but we're gonna talk about further.
yes,
like,
next week,
on the
yes.
on the inside, as much as I fucks with you on the inside, I need you to meet that on the outside, because that's
You just
my,
need a real,
that's my
like
forever.
a real G. That's all
That's
you need.
my forever.
Yeah, you need a real
And-
person.
And if I'm fucking with you the same way on the outside that I am on the inside, it doesn't matter what happens, what you look like 10 years from now. I already decided that I'm fucking with you on both levels. But I need to meet you there first. Like, I'm not just going to get
Man, you gotta be hot first.
I'm not going to get you at your worst and be like, oh, you'll get better. No,
It doesn't get better.
No.
Let me tell you.
yeah, no, I
It's
know.
only
Especially
going
at this
downhill,
age.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
only going
Okay,
downhill.
well, 30, popping, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So,
just entered into 30.
I did.
Feliz
and-
Oh, yeah, happy
cumpleaños.
birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
So I need to get you at your best. You know what I'm saying? And
At your
then I will
best.
love you even more on your worst.
No.
Like, come at me, bro. No, for sure.
Stop.
No, because I already
Guy doesn't
know.
believe in true love, dude.
No, because I already know you at your. I already know you at your best. I know what you're capable of,
Why you say best?
because you're best
It's
inside
even
and
better
out.
than best. baby.
It's best.
It's even better.
It's inside and out.
Okay.
Okay.
She
And
doesn't
then-
want you at your best.
See.
She
I
wants
want
you
you
better
at your
than
best,
best.
because
Yeah.
I deserve best.
Damn.
I mean, if I could flip my hair.
Yeah, there you go. It's a sign. There
No,
it is.
but seriously, people pretend like, oh, I'm all about personality, and it's cool. Like, I've definitely vibed with people via communication without being face to face and doing all that shit. It's cool. Yeah, you're my homie. I appreciate you. I love you. Talk to you. I'm here for
But
you.
what about the face? Like, that just trips me out. How are you not going to be able to communicate with a person face to face?
Cell phones,
I
FaceTime.
don't know. That just
you know
trips
what
me
I'm
out,
saying?
though.
No,
Snapchat.
I still do it. I'm relaying an information process. Like, I'll still fuck with you.
She's
You know
saying
what I'm
even at a distance.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
Right?
But like,
I will have a love for you no matter what. But if it comes down to like me personally, like in a relationship, I'm not gonna pretend like being physically attracted to you doesn't matter. Like if I'm not physically attracted to you, I can't make that shit up. Oh my God, you have such a good personality. I cannot wait to take you home.
True
That's
story.
a fucking lie.
True story.
what does that mean?
People fake it all the time because they want to sound like a good person. Like I'm a great person.
But you can only fake it if there's money involved, right?
Yeah.
Like not just to be a good person.
Bro, if you're
I don't
getting
think
like
anybody
that
does.
A lot of
paper,
people
if you're
can.
getting that paper.
Not just to be a
Sorry,
good
Mom,
person.
but my mom low-key married someone to stay in the country.
Yo,
But-
yo,
Dude, 90 Day
yo,
Fiancé is like my
whoa.
favorite show.
Huh?
90 Day Fiancé is my favorite show.
He has talked about this on the podcast before.
You're so funny.
So,
I've never even heard about that.
I haven't seen it, but
90 Day
that's my
Fiancé.
mom's favorite show also. And she
Oh,
talks to me
wow.
about this Middle Eastern guy with this like 80 or 70-year-old fiance or some shit, and he was like
Did she move
30.
to Qatar?
Yes,
Oh, fuck.
the blonde chick.
Oh, you know the episode.
Dude, I've seen them all, bro. Don't.
Of
Dude,
course
you're
you
ready.
have.
I'm gonna go home and watch last night's because I
Y'all
fucking
vibing.
forgot.
I'm
I've
not
been
wild
vibing because
vibing.
that's the only episode I know. I'm not vibing. I'm just saying.
I didn't even know this show
Don't be-
existed.
So
Don't be
many
I just want to be real about that.
So many people pretend that looks don't matter, and it does. It's part of the attraction. So
Dude, you
stop.
need looks. Honestly,
You
though,
do.
you need looks.
If I'm not, I'm sorry.
But
if I'm not
some
attracted
sort
to
of
you,
look.
But wait. Just real quick. Can I just like interject? Like
you interject all you want.
real quick. Me and Ray were talking about this the other day.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to put you on blast,
Oh,
but
no,
like
no,
because
no.
he doesn't have it anymore.
Whoop.
Bro, okay, so
Have
when
what?
like you heard the stories of what we were talking about,
Mm-hmm.
when me and Ray were kicking it like from the start, this fool used to have the biggest gap in his teeth.
Oh,
I'm
that's
talking
okay.
about-
That's okay. We can talk about that.
Yeah. He used to be
I
able
got a
to.
little one.
No, sweetie. This was like
Like
big.
SpongeBob?
No, this was like I didn't
SpongeBob's
realize.
cousin.
I actually didn't realize the size until after it was closed, and now like I'm finishing up treatment now, and like looking
It
back
was probably
at the
like
photos,
that big. It was like
Okay.
it was like that big.
But
No,
get
like
off-
you couldn't actually fit a quarter between my two front teeth.
Mm,
No, you couldn't.
Okay, get
Trust
on
me, I
with the story.
tried, nigga.
No, sorry. Stop embarrassing
I tried.
him. Just get on with
Because
the story.
motherfuckers were saying that I could.
I'm pretty sure you could.
And I was like, look, I can't.
You got a sand dollar. It's fine.
But he had a gap
Well, it
between
depends
his
on the
teeth,
diameter.
And I swear to God, we went to PB Short Club. And we went one night, and we had girls with us.
No, that
But-
wasn't Short Club.
No, it was Short Club.
No, I know exactly where we
Bro,
were.
shut up.
The club doesn't matter. The story.
Okay, I'll let you tell the story. But we weren't at
Regardless,
Short Club.
we were with girls.
We were.
And then we were like
That's
still
a
being
lie.
like, hey, like, no.
Some university chicks
No,
picked
bro,
us
bro.
up. It
like,
was crazy.
Son, like,
First and last
you
time
don't know how we
ever
roll
in my
back
life.
in the day. And back in the day, like, yo, me and Ray, it was chill. But like, we're at Short Club, and I look over and I see Ray, and
We're at Moondoggies. I just want to
fucking
throw that out there.
big ass gap
Should've
between his
stuck
teeth,
with Short
and he's still like sweet talking girls, and I'm like, how in the fuck is this fool doing this? And like,
Oh,
and so
well.
it would be like me and him would start going. I'm like, all right, fuck.
He can
I gotta
gleek
go-
real good, dude.
No, I gotta fucking go talk to girls.
I
was
can't
like,
gleek,
yo, and then that was
actually.
it.
What?
It's just straight through the gap.
I gotta
Yeah.
hear
It's
this
different.
story. Go.
No, that was it. It was always a battle with him.
I
Like,
got 3 words for you. Big dick energy.
dude, it's what does that even mean?
That
Guys
means
with that confidence, girls are like, he got big dick energy.
They know.
The BDE.
They know
the
what's
BDE.
coming.
But that was the thing. It was like, dude, me and Ray were just like, I was like, all right, we're gonna go, and then we would just go back and forth, and that was what it was. And then we go back to the house and smoke fucking so many fucking blunts.
and
in
then
a row.
not go to
still-
sleep and go to
Dude,
work in the morning.
we would laugh at each other. We would like roll a third blunt and we'd smoke it and be like, "Bro, are you even high anymore?" And he'd be like, "Nah, I'm
Nope.
not even high." And I was like, "Me neither." And we fucking just like, "Fuck it, this is stupid."
I'm telling
We're
you,
just wasting
21-year-old me would be like, don't fucking talk to me. I'm gonna pretend I'm a lesbian. Blah blah blah.
Oh, dude, you would have been
Wow.
like our best friend though.
No,
Probably.
at the
You
time.
would have been
on,
kicking it
'cause,
at the
like,
Yeah,
pad for
even
sure.
to this day, apparently, I give off the lesbian vibes because these bitches are all over me and I don't get it. But
Huh.
older me, maybe like 25 to 30. Shut
Yeah.
up.
I doubt.
No, when I was in Mexico, a
I
couple
don't
days
doubt
ago-
anything.
Thank
I was
you.
just saying, hey.
Yeah. 25 to 30-year-old Brynn would have been like, this guy's coming over here.
You
with
are
his
30-year-old
gap."
Brynn
I know.
right now.
I'm saying
25
25 to 30-year-old Brynn.
25 to
You mean
29-year-old.
you right now?
Yes.
You in current day?
Me and Chris say 25 to
Till 2020,
30-year-old
baby.
men. If a
You got
dude,
one more day.
If a dude rolled up in the bar with the confidence, with his gap and everything, and was still trying to holler at chicks, I'd be like, damn, big chick energy. He knows what he's working with. That's why he doesn't even care about his gap. Just saying.
That might be the reason why.
I
But
mean, that's what
I
it
think
is.
other than that, it was that I couldn't really do anything about it at the time.
Dude, that was the thing.
But
It's
that's
like
a
Ray
vibe,
didn't
too.
get. That's what
Yeah.
it was, though.
It
That's
was
why
like,
I
fuck
fucked with
it.
him.
I'm just
That's why I
saying.
fucked
Yeah.
with him so hard. He was like, dude, the first day I meet this fool, he rolls up on me. He's like, so I heard you skate for DC. I was like, yeah, I skate for DC. And he was like, my homie Wes skates for DC. I
That's
was
how
like,
he
I
knew
never.
you were gay.
No, fuck no. Stop.
Dick
It was like
club?
some skater shit. And it was like, he's like, my homie Wes skates for DC. And I was like, yeah, I know who he is, but I never met him. He's like, oh, okay. Like, straight up, he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Then you ain't on DC,
yeah,
baby.
I was like, no, I'm Flo. And then he like introduced
I was
me.
on the B team.
Yeah. He's like, I watch Wes skate.
Shut the fuck up.
I sell his gear.
Nah.
I'm his merch boy.
Shut the fuck up. No,
I
man.
lace
Nah.
his shoes.
It, definitely, it was definitely the B team. For sure.
I guess that's the
They
best
were
of the
there
worst.
on, and I was like, flow. But I got to go to the demos and like skate with the team, so it was chill. So it was like you were there, but they were like,
But you
if
still
there's
paid for shoes
like
or
if
what?
you're like the Warriors, right? If you're the Warriors, and there's like your star players, there's like these dudes who just like hang out and never
All right.
really get to play.
I think we all follow a little bit of sports, right? You ever heard of like
Nobody cares about the Warriors.
like fourth string?
Stop. Dubs for life.
Lake Show.
Get the fuck out of
Oh,
here.
sorry. Did
You're
you
a Kings fan?
did you
Yeah, I
start-
thought your sport was
did-
hockey.
Did you start
Calm
liking
down.
the Warriors all of a sudden when they made it to the
Are you
championship?
fucking kidding me?
Are you kidding?
No, it was
I
after.
fucking was born and raised. I was born and
Exactly.
raised in the Bay. Oh, wow. Yo, I can't even fuck with you right now. I can't even fuck with you right now. Like, yo, I got this shit when I was like 18. This shit is like
must
the
have hurt
first
with your-
tattoo I ever got.
Dude,
like,
that must
yo,
have hurt with your thin skin, bro.
You can't. Thin
God
skin.
damn.
Thin skin. This skin is way tougher than yours, G. Straight. You're tripping. What?
I'm just you're getting attacked, man.
I know. I'm
From all
getting hit by-
sides.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and
what
you.
can I say?
I don't give a fuck. It was good.
See
It was
for Curry
good.
tattooed behind his ear.
What? What did you say?
I thought this whole thing was just a roast of Kano. That's like what the whole idea was.
You need to calm
That should be
down.
the first episode of 2020. No.
What? She's the first episode of
Yeah, yeah.
2020. Yeah.
Tight.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So that means that you're going to probably be on 2020 wrap up. Because that's why Derm was here. Derm, he was the third episode of Caffeine and Green. Like the technical. Can you stop coughing?
I'm sorry.
God
Yo, what's
damn.
wrong?
I smoked a blunt before I got here.
Did you
With
really?
who?
Myself? Do I
You
need
smoked a
someone?
blunt by
to your
yourself.
face?
Yeah. What?
We were waiting
Wow.
for you here, and you didn't bring the blunt
I have a
to
split.
share.
Like
He
goddamn.
told me there was gonna be weed here. I thought I,
have
would
weed.
prepare myself. I thought
Yeah.
this was gonna be way more intense.
No,
Yeah, we
this
can't
is,
smoke
like,
inside,
super chill.
that's
We
the
can't
thing.
smoke inside the cafe.
We smoked before, though.
We smoked outside. Yes.
Okay. Well,
Hey, you
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Also,
What happened?
I-
What
I-
happened there? That was
I-
like a weird, like, yo,
I
that's.
think we need to do a podcast with a female all the time because I feel like y'all should have a female input on shit.
But to see, like,
No, not on your actual thing, like the vibe you have. I think you should do a side podcast that has to do with like things that are going on around San Diego.
But wait, I got my side podcast idea I wanted to bring.
wait, what?
So let's do it together.
God damn.
Oh,
The B
no,
Squad.
No, let's do a millennial. Sorry, but we
No,
are.
stop.
No, we should do a fucking.
Don't call it millennial.
We can
It
be like
is.
Morton in the morning, but
We
we'll be
can.
Cano Cardenas in the morning.
We don't have to call it millennial, but we should definitely do like shit that's going on in our generation.
Call it avocado
Girls
toast.
versus boys, like
No,
girls
there's
versus
already
boys.
an
No, we don't
avocado.
have
Why
to
you gotta
call-
make it like a thing
we
like
don't have
that?
to call it that, but we have two different point of views, and we should definitely share
You
them.
definitely have a crazy point of view.
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean,
the
I
idea.
like, but that's why I wanted to have you on because like I knew that like next week when we have like our like one-on-one,
That one's gonna be a
that
little
one's gonna be
emotional.
crazy. That one's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
But that's why I want to have you on because I like when I kicked it with you last week on your like your week of fucking birthday celebration.
Yo, Kano, I've known Kano not that long, and he was at my fucking surprise party.
I
And
know.
I had a total of 12 people there. And honestly,
legit.
if I could handpick 12 people, those are the only 12 people I'd want there. Like, that shit was...
God damn.
No, honestly, like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but pretty big deal in San Diego. In In Temecula, they call me the mayor.
And where?
Temecula.
I'm gonna have to go up there sometime.
Don't waste your time. Anyway,
Let's go
but
wine
That's a long way
tasting.
to
The
go.
king
No.
should be able to get wine
Everybody
tasting
goes
for free,
south
I
now.
right?
get everything for free.
Let's
in
go.
Temecula. But
Let's fucking
anyway,
go.
I know.
Dude, we gotta bring these people into the podcast. Okay, we got a whole audience.
I
out
know-
Hey, that's chill. That's chill. Let him look. Let him look.
I know a lot of people in San Diego. I've been working here for a long time and doing charities, the whole 9 yards for a long time, and I had a solid 12 human beings in my living room for my birthday, and like it was the best birthday I've ever had.
It was pretty legit.
It was, and I got to talk all the shit.
Dude, it was interesting. Can I share something that I like my point of view at your birthday party?
Go ahead.
Dude, it was very interesting because for me, what stuck out was like when somebody got like the hypothetical aux cord. You know, it's a Bluetooth now. No, there's no more aux cords. It's just the Bluetooth. Somebody got on. They were like fucking turn it up. I was like, fuck yeah, turn that shit up. Immediately, I think like Future, or like some type of like Gucci, or like some type of pop hip hop, and they put on like the Strokes.
That was me. I asked for that.
I know, and then it started playing,
Reptilla
and then
or what?
no, it was like dun, dun,
Strokes
dun,
Radio.
dun, 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 dun. Like I know the song. I don't know the name of it.
It
But
was
then-
last night.
Yeah, last night. Yeah, that's one. That's one. So that one played.
Speaking of the mic, bro.
Sorry. And then fucking some more shit played, and it was like none of it was hip hop. And I remember sitting there, and I was like,
Throw some hives
Oh.
in there.
I was like, yo, this is
And the vines.
This is how, like,
all of them.
not a hood party starts. This is how like not one of my homies' parties starts. Like
now
this
that's
is
how a
like
bag of mushrooms comes out.
this is like a new homie. This is like.
Yeah, right.
Dude, I was so shocked because like whenever I'm out with the homies, it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna put on some P-Lo, we're gonna put on some E40, we're gonna put on some like hip hop.
This is
And, like,
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know my background story, and you expected that from me.
I did, but I was still so shook. It was just like for me like a cultural thing. Like yes, I'm white. I admit that. Yes, this is fine. This doesn't bother me.
You heard it
It's
first.
fine.
It
I'm
shouldn't
Mexican.
bother you.
I'm white and Mexican. That's what it is.
But it
But,
sounds
like-
like it bothers you.
No, it doesn't. But it's like all my homies that I kicked it with, like how I grew up, it was not that way. I grew up in like a.
Yeah, but if you looked
Barrio?
around the room and
Not
you
like
saw
a
all
barrio.
my homies, you saw every different ethnicity possible.
No, but that was it. But that was like I was like, oh, like the first reaction that I had, not to be racist, was like, oh, this is some like white people shit. Like okay.
Some white people shit.
Yeah, that's what I said to
I'm
myself.
offended.
That's what I said to myself. I was like, oh, this is like. Dun, 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 dun. I was like, okay, strokes, okay. Like, and that's how I thought about
Different
it.
mode.
Yeah, I was like,
Different
oh, okay. And then it was like, dun, 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 dun. I was
Yeah,
like,
just
okay,
gotta
cool.
do,
You just
Yeah,
bob your head.
Yeah, just bob in the
instead.
head.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's why I was like, okay, cool. Because my whole mentality is like, yo, you go to the homies party, and it's like, yo, put that song on. It's like, ah. And then start like
that
going
ended
like
up
that.
happening. But the Strokes came on. I had all these different ethnicities in the room, and they didn't even skip a beat. That every person in that room know the fucking lyrics of the Strokes.
Yeah.
Well, I know that song 100%, but like,
I
that's-
just thought it was fucking awesome.
no, it was a great
They were
song.
waiting for it because I'm a trap queen. Are you kidding me? I
Are you
would've
trap
fucking
queen?
twerked
Rap.
up.
Trap queen, what does that mean to
I
you?
would have twerked up inside.
You're gonna do what?
Everyone's whole
Excuse
goddamn
me?
life. Are you kidding me?
No, I did not see you twerk that night, but
I mean, I can show you videos right now.
no, I
Anyway,
No.
so the girl, my friend Veronica sitting next to me, she's my favorite. She's the girl I go dancing with, African American, beautiful, from Brooklyn. She was like, oh my God, I love this song by the Strokes. And she was like, bitch, I thought for sure you would have been playing some like ghetto ass shit.
That's what I thought. That's why I was like, oh.
Everyone
okay.
does.
I was like,
But again, because she's one, you heard Jessa. Not everyone in that room knows like my upbringing, you know, the whole
story.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so, of course, you guys are expecting that kind of shit. But for me, I'm like, let me be San Diego for 1 second.
Dude, I legit was sitting on the floor, and I was like, the table was between us, and I looked over at you, and you were like looking down at your phone, and you were just like, I was like, oh no, Brynn's into this. Okay, cool.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
I just
you
sat there. I was
didn't-
like, all right.
Jessa,
Like I guess.
I guess.
Jessa moved all my instruments into the garage to make room for everyone to sit down.
Wait, there's instruments that fill that area?
Yeah, so I play the drums and the bass. Yeah, all my shit.
What?
all
Wait,
my-
when are we jamming?
Dude, I had
Hey,
no
can we do
idea
a
about
can we
this.
do a
What the
podcast
fuck?
jam?
Dude.
I play the drums, and so
I wanna do it.
I like all
Dude.
I like all genres of music. I play the bass. I'm way better at the bass than I am the drums, but it's like one of my passions, you know. And so,
Sorry, she's on her phone.
sorry, it's Jessa. That's baby mama. So Jessa had moved everything out of the living room to make room for everyone to come in, which was super sweet of her. But yeah, so like that was the Strokes was like my vibe at the night. Like I'm like, damn, what could I do right now? I'm drinking a couple shots of tequila,
Yeah.
had a couple beers.
Yeah.
Thanks to Kano because he brought that Hornitos. And
That's what's good.
if I could do anything at this moment, what would I do? I would fucking jam out on my drums. And if I was high right now, what would I play? I would probably play the Strokes because I'm so high that I didn't want anything heavy metal that would fuck me up.
And they have an amazing drummer.
Dude, he's so
he
good.
loves like he's a musician as
Dude.
well. Like, this fool
And
kills it.
so honestly, I didn't think about picking up my bass. I didn't think about twerking. I didn't think about dancing. And
Although-
It was really mellow at her
Although
house, actually.
It
It was like
Twerking
super mellow.
to
No,
that song.
I was a hip hop dancer for 12 years. Like I
Oh,
can
wow.
do all different styles of dance. Like it doesn't faze me. But I was thinking about playing the drums. That's all I wanted to do at the
Yeah.
moment, and the Strokes is what came to mind. So
That was interesting.
it was like that or the White Stripes. But
I
the
was
White
gonna say, White
Stripes,
Stripes are pretty
they
solid.
got a couple good jams, and it's like I could play bass better to the White Stripes because they got like a snare drum and a bass drum. That's fucking boring. So if I was gonna play the drums, I'm gonna play Strokes because he sneaks in some shit on those songs. Like he does. He
Yeah, White
fuck-
Stripes bass lines though are pretty.
No, they are.
pretty
That's what I'm
solid.
saying. I'd rather play the bass to the White Stripes. But if you're going for the Strokes, like the drummer, he's a sneaky little shit. So I'd have
Jack
way.
White, right? That's his name.
That's White
That's
Stripes.
White Stripes.
White Stripes.
I'd rather. I'd
Yeah,
have
he plays guitar. His wife plays drums.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
his wife, who is his stepsister.
Stepsister?
Yeah.
We don't need to talk
I
about
just
that.
watched that video last
That's
night.
some like.
dude.
Oh, stop. I was about to be saying that's some.
Hey
porno
man, they
shit,
were
but then
best
you already
friends
got me.
first.
Yeah, they were. True story. True story. Anyway, I had a good birthday.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Now I'm thinking about the Strokes. I'm gonna walk in and be like, Alexa,
Play the
play some
Strokes.
Play some Strokes.
Last night's gonna be the first song that bitch plays.
Probably.
Guarantee.
I usually pick the
Guarantee.
most popular ones, so they'd probably be up there.
Dude. Well, guys, we've done 2 hours and 7 minutes.
It's up to you, bro. I ain't got nothing to do.
Are you complaining?
No, I was gonna do 2 hours. I was just gonna leave it at that, but like we've already surpassed that.
I mean, we can hang out and get high now.
Nah, yeah, we definitely can. Get high.
Because I like getting high.
I could keep talking.
But I could.
You need to stop for next week, though.
I'm not gonna talk
You think she's
about
gonna run out of shit to say?
She's definitely not gonna run out of shit to
30
say,
years?
but like next
because
week,
what we're talking about next week. Oh my god, I could write a book, maybe 2.
dude, I'm excited. That being said, next week, y'all, Brynn is coming on the podcast. She's gonna be the first one in 2008 or fuck in
Damn, bro.
2020.
You're all the way back with last
Why
night,
did
right?
Why did you go back
I
that
don't
far?
know why I
Holy
said
shit.
2008.
I'm just curious
I
what
didn't
was
know
on
I
your
had the
mind.
pressure on me.
Damn, dude.
2020, Brynn will be the first podcast of 2020.
I mean, I
2008,
guess.
I don't even
Brings
know.
back memories, man. I was
Fucking-
in college.
I know. I was like, that was my first year at the La Jolla Beach Tennis Club.
At least someone went to college.
Kind of wasn't even
I
SD
wasn't
yet.
even there yet. I wasn't.
I'm not using my degree though. It's all right.
Dude.
Oh yeah, wait, really quick though.
Wait.
I was curious.
Really
The
quick, did
PJ.
it turn into another hour?
The
So let's do
PJ. The
this.
PJ. Tell me about the PJ.
Well, wait.
No.
And if that can somehow also go into like you used to being a cop.
No, but see, you got to listen to this podcast because we talked about.
Oh,
that
did you
shit.
talk about that?
Yeah.
I mean, we talked.
We
Oh.
talked
yeah.
about it. There's an entire
Because
podcast.
I just want to say one thing real quick.
That's Kano trying to cut
Your
off this
personality
Yeah,
is
no,
not very
rude.
cop-like. And
No,
No.
they didn't like me very much.
No,
Yeah,
he's
and
chill as fuck. Bro.
it's not to say that you wouldn't be a great cop. It's just I've met a lot of cops
Me too.
and correctional officers, etc., and you don't fit the bill, man.
No, and I think that's part of the reason why I'm not there anymore. But I think that's part of the reason why they're always in so much shit because they just have the same personality
Same
types.
well,
and they
not
don't really
assholes.
want to worry
Yeah.
about bringing in people who think differently.
So really, with that, what I really wanted to understand real quick, if you don't mind me asking.
No,
even
do
though
your thing.
He probably did his thing on the previous podcast. Was what initially made you want to join the force?
You know, it was kind of a weird situation where in Montana we only had 3 electives
Okay.
for high school,
Yeah.
and I was absent the day we selected.
Wait, before
Wait
you
a
go,
minute,
I
what
want to
did-
know
what
what your
did you
3
just say to
electives
me?
were.
3 electives: woodshot, home ec, and street law.
Oh, woodshop was really
Really?
fun.
Really?
dude.
That's it?
There was no
That's
automotive?
what you had.
Mm-mm.
Really?
No
I did
automotive.
automotive
So-
all 4 years.
Did you really?
God, I'm not surprised. Come on.
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
next
yeah.
week.
I was like,
We're gonna talk about
put that on the list.
Yeah, automotive.
It was taught like 3 days a week by a young, and I was a skateboarder. I was a punk rocker in high school.
Yeah.
I did all that shit.
Define punk rocker.
He played
I mean-
music.
Nah,
and
he's
rode a
legit.
skateboard.
He's legit.
Yeah.
I hope.
clarify. Yeah.
Kano, stop trying to cut this podcast short. Define
I'm
punk
not
rocker.
trying to cut it short. Just
Like,
saying, it's been on a podcast.
we were in a band, like No Effects style was kind of
Tight.
like the general direction.
Okay.
And then I went into that and I was like, oh, this is actually like totally different than I expected. The cop was like 23, 24,
Okay.
younger, kind of, charismatic. And I was like, this is not what I usually experience cops to be like.
Yeah.
And so he taught that class 3 days a week. And then the final straw for me was going on a ride along
Mm-hmm.
and being like 16, 17, driving around your hometown in a cop car. And like, it wasn't a huge town, but for Montana, like 60,000 is a lot of people.
What
Okay.
part?
And Great Falls is where I'm from.
Okay.
And so we were driving around like your hometown, like pulling people over, going like 100 miles an hour through town. I got to go into a strip club and like go after we broke up a fight. Like, it was just so much fun. I was like, you get to drive around and like yell at people. Like, I never saw myself behind a desk. I
Okay.
was like, okay, I could vibe on this. This is
Yeah.
cool. And so that was kind of it. And so at that point I was like, okay, I got to stop like smoking weed all the time. I got to stop being just a general asshole and stop, not caring about school. So like, I think I was a sophomore at
Okay.
that point. So like junior and senior year, I like cranked up my GPA and then got into college and followed that track for a long time.
So you got a BA in criminal science or?
Yeah, I got a bachelor's in sociology with an emphasis on criminology
Wow. Okay.
from the University of Montana. Missoula's the shit.
Missoula's the shit.
Yeah.
That's where my family's from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I was asking.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
love Missoula. If there's any place I'd go back to Montana, that would be it.
It's epic.
Yeah.
Really? What's so beautiful or epic about the area?
I mean, it's not anything like Montana that you would expect.
Mhm.
It's super open, like very liberal, very like there's gay bars and there's a college. And it's a liberal arts college, so
Mhm.
you don't have like all those annoying like nursing students and like stuff like that. That's not like
Yeah.
they aren't fun.
Right.
So just a very like open, fun community. Lots of different restaurants, lots of good food.
It's like
You
the
know.
North Park of Minnesota.
Montana,
Montana.
but basically, like the best
I don't
way to-
actually have any friends from Montana.
Oh well, now you do.
Only Minnesota.
So it's. I mean, I've never actually been to Minnesota, but Montana's pretty sick, and Missoula is, for Montana, kind of the place to be.
Okay.
Yeah, Missoula is awesome. It's
Mhm.
so
Can you hear me that?
beautiful.
Yeah, I miss that place.
No, he's cut off.
I
He's
didn't
trying
go
to cut
back.
off the podcast.
It's a
He's cut
log.
off the
Logger.
feed.
Fuck,
It's a
it wasn't
logger.
even
What's
cutting
gonna
off the
happen?
podcast. I was just trying to say, hey, we have already gone 2 hours.
But you
That
know,
was all I said.
I don't know what that was supposed to do for us.
That was.
he's the
Exactly.
mom of the group.
I'm the only one drinking. I'm pretty sure you still on the same
Only
beer.
one drink. I brought a bottle
First
of
of all,
wine.
we killed this, which is
Do you
why
want
I'm no
some
longer
more of
drink-
this?
I don't drink lagers. Thank you, though. IPA all day.
Did you bring the tequila?
He likes ice with his water.
What is that?
That's fucking true.
I do too. I mean, like not all the time, but like
No.
sometimes. Like
No, I do prefer room temperature water, though.
So does Kano, obviously.
I like sparkling. Actually, I like sparkling. That's where I'm at. Like, yo, on
Do you
the
want me
real.
to go get the tequila?
Did you? I thought you said.
I thought you were bringing
and then-
tequila.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on.
told them you were bringing tequila because you said
If we end the
Tequila
show,
and the
it has to be with
sparkling-
tequila.
I will literally run across the street and get the tequila.
But you said we were gonna go to Fernside right across the street afterwards, so we could just like drink
How?
when we're there.
Okay,
Like,
so finish your little beer.
well, like
Oh my god.
there's still beer to drink, so like we can
Yeah,
like.
so
just,
when
like,
we're done with the beer, we'll all go to Fernside and we'll drink tequila. But I want to finish his Missoula
yeah,
cop
can you
story.
finish your story and like let me fill your beer? Let
Can
me
you
fill your beer.
his beer?
I don't know what else. I
Thank
have-
you.
He's only
oh,
drinking
well,
lager.
anyway, I graduated. I was a reserve officer, which is basically an unpaid volunteer for a year and a half.
What
in
the
Washington
fuck?
State.
How many days a week? How many hours a week?
Well, to maintain your certification, because I had to go through a 6-month academy, so to maintain your certification, I had to do at least like 40 hours a month, which isn't very hard. It was 12-hour shifts, so
Oh, there you go.
it was like 2 shifts if you wanted to maintain.
Yeah.
And I rode a lot with the canine officer because that's what I wanted to do. I loved it out there in Washington State. It was, again, like very much a liberal department. There was female officers, there was openly gay officers, and like I fit in like that vibe where they didn't judge me for being like a weird gamer kid who goes home to his cat.
What kind of
So-
cat do you
so
have?
Gay.
I'm just
Yeah.
curious.
No, stop.
Basically.
Just kidding.
I drive a Mazda Miata, so it's cool.
Oh,
But he loves Porsches.
whoa, slow down. I don't like that bit. I don't like that bit at all. Cut that out, Kano.
No, it's not
Don't
gonna
let
cut
anybody
out.
know
No,
about that.
No, it's happening.
But
It's gonna
what
be
kind of
out.
cat do you have? I'm just curious.
I've got a small black cat.
He has a regular cat.
Domestic
You
short
have
hair.
the skinless cats.
Skinless.
First
dude.
of all, my cat
cat-
has skin.
Dude,
They're-
skinless
I mean, like,
cat.
or hairless, whatever.
Oh,
See,
like,
Get the logger away from him.
come
I was
on.
just curious what kind of cat, because I want to know what kind of weirdo cat lover you were.
It's a black cat, so I'm a black
He
cat.
is.
So you're
It's
just
more
any cat lover.
I mean, I
kinda
love
cat.
cats for
No.
sure.
Okay.
He's a black cat.
I was just
lover.
curious.
But black cats are a pinnacle.
Don't try to group him in with
He doesn't
you.
like dogs though.
You're
No,
the
I don't.
weirdo.
I
Oh,
don't
no,
like
well,
cats.
Let's
But you
dial
have
it
a
back.
hairless cat?
I have 2 Sphinx.
You have 2 hairless
Dude.
cats?
2.
Dude, and they're hella creepy. A couple weeks ago.
They're sweet.
A couple
you
weeks
know
ago.
it.
No. They honestly are really nice. They grew on me, but they're hella creepy. Like, he
Dude,
went somewhere.
way
he went
better than
somewhere,
fur.
He went somewhere a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "Hey, can you watch the dog?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll watch the dog." He's like, "You can stay in my pad." All right, cool. I go sleep in the guest room where I'm supposed to be sleeping. I wake up in the morning, and there's a fucking cat on my chest.
Hey man, she's
I'm
just
like
trying to
sleeping
stay
like this.
warm.
No, I was like this. I was like, I'm laying back, and all of a sudden, like, I like go to get up, and there's like a weight on my chest, and I look up, and I was like, and there's a fucking cat like right,
So you got
right in front of my
teabagged.
face. Like, no, it's just the face. Like, the face was just like right there, and I was just like, what the fuck?
You
like,
got teabagged.
no,
Did
it's
you
not
push it off
teabagging.
like that?
It is.
Yeah.
It's a
No,
hairless
I'm gonna
cat.
say
it's
it's
a ball
teabagging.
sack.
It's not a
It's a
teabag. The
teabag.
face. It was face to face.
Dude.
They're wrinkly.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
a lot
it's a ball
of
sack.
skin.
You
They're
got
gross.
teabagged. You got teabagged.
They be
It's a
climbing
walking
on
ball
shit.
sack, bro.
Dude, they legit would every time I woke up, they'd be on my chest.
Did you kiss it?
They try to
No.
stay warm.
Blow on it.
Hey,
No.
but they do kiss. They love the kisses.
kiss
They
it.
purr when they see me now.
I
Like,
bet
yo.
they do.
Yeah,
They
they're like, oh,
teabagged
the
you.
guy.
No.
I bet
Never gonna let that
I
go.
bet it tickled when they rubbed
Never.
against your mustache.
French
Stop.
tickle.
Stop. It was
But anyway.
definitely not that.
I've got a black cat. She was a teabag.
But you're not 100% sure,
South
right?
Park tickle. You got
If they made it on my chest without me knowing,
Who knows?
I don't know
Who knows
what they
the
would have
rest?
done.
South Park tickle.
Dude, I legit
my
went to
God.
sleep like chilling, woke up like, what the fuck? Like,
Natural reaction to a teabag.
Where was Bo though?
Bo
Bo's
was
in
in
the
his
house.
fucking crate. That's where he was.
He was. He didn't want to be teabagged.
So
I only slept with Bo when I was on my
Dude, no,
His dog.
he
His
snuck
No, I know,
the
Bo.
he snuck the dog into the guest room, bro.
No, I didn't.
Bro, you already admitted to me.
Of course
Did
he
you already
didn't, 'cause
forget?
He didn't
I
want
might
to
have.
get-
You know how I
Bo to
knew?
get teabagged.
Because I went to change the sheets and I saw the dog hair in the bed.
Oh, shit.
And kind of was
Damn.
like,
No, dude, that was some girl calling over.
my bad, bro. He was like, my bad, bro. Bo was crying. I had to bring him to bed. with me.
Oh,
He
that's
didn't-
right. He did. But
He
like
cried
after,
watching Connor get
after-
teabagged.
That poor dog.
maybe. But afterwards, he definitely cuddled. He cuddled afterwards, and it was
Why
nice.
did you invite me? Why?
Maybe.
Because I knew it was gonna be fucking funny. That's why I invited you. Yeah, like you're gonna be on next week, but I was like, you know what? We're gonna have a rotating chair tonight. I definitely want to have you on because you talk some shit.
All the shit.
I want.
But it's the truth.
I want some
I'm glad
shit
that you're
though.
on.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
on
Appreciate
100%.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Aso's quiet as fuck over here because you were talking
He's
the whole
not.
time.
We interrupted his story.
Yeah, did we?
Wait, what?
Are you
Oh,
still talking?
like the police
What do
stuff?
you mean?
I thought the
No,
police
he's
stuff was
been
over.
fantastic. What are you
Yeah,
talking
Yeah, but
about?
We talk. He's
Yeah.
just mad 'cause I've been cutting him, dude.
He's wearing a mistletoe. He's wearing a mistletoe over his nipple.
Yeah.
I know. I was looking at
Are you
that.
really? Is that mistletoe?
I'm like, what are you
Somebody
hoping
sucked
for?
his
It's a
nipple.
coffee plant, bro. It's a Dark Horse shirt.
That's what I thought. I was like,
Oh,
that's
is
not
it?
mistletoe.
Dude,
That's
they have
coffee.
socks
Like you can
now.
sell
Did
right
you
here.
see that?
They have everything. They're
Dude,
rocking the whole swag
dude.
program over there.
They had an awesome discount deal going over Christmas, though, and Black Friday.
I bought Black Friday stuff.
Oh, did
How
you?
about we just
spend
not
$20,
talk
get a
about
free
Dark
pair of
Horse?
socks?
How about we just
Oh.
not
Dude,
talk
why
about
is
that?
oh,
Hey man, I wish Seven Seas was doing some
Hey.
apparel discounts,
Hey.
dude.
but you know what? There's no apparel in
Where are the
sight.
Octa socks, bro? I want my Octa socks.
Just saying, we're not about to talk about another fucking company in this place. This fool tried to ask me last week when he came to like help me on a podcast. He's like, "Hey, do you want a cinnamon honey latte from this other coffee shop?" And I was like, "No."
What?
Like, and then he brought it in, and then him and the dude who I hired to work with us, they were drinking this other coffee shop's coffee in here.
You know why? You know what
the-
Kano
the
said?
champ, bro?
I said, yo, man, can we get a coffee? Kano said, nah. We're
Because
closed.
the espresso machine is closed.
We closed. So what am I going to do then?
Bro.
Some bullshit.
If the coffee shop that I'm filming at can't provide me
Kano,
coffee.
I don't cheat on you.
Wow.
I just want to let
Whatever.
you know I have a full-blown coffee setup at my house that
We
I
were-
don't even know how to use. And Jess and I still wake up
Give me some.
and come to Seven Seas.
Hey,
every
let me
morning.
tell you
I
something
can't
real
even
quick,
afford
though.
that. The lady
that's
at
why-
my bank probably laughs at me because all my transactions are
legit-
7 Seas.
First of all,
That's why I
Kano
came
and
to you this
I,
morning. I was like, "What do you want?" And you're like, "I'm gonna come over there later." I'm like,
Wait, you
"What do
charge
Well,
What
because
do
I
you
had an order for
dude,
everyone.
we were at Bird
Okay,
Rock Coffee
well,
this morning.
I didn't know that. You
Come
should have.
on.
This guy goes out and gets
No,
coffee with me
I
all
wasn't
over
trying
the
to
town,
We're at
dude.
Bird
Hey,
Rock Coffee this
I wasn't
morning.
trying to take advantage.
We're at Moto Coffee
later.
the other day.
Dude,
We were at-
I went to Cafe Moto yesterday for the first time ever, and I was like, "This is fucking tight" because they're the
So,
first ones.
so
I went to Mostra with him. I went to Manzanita with him.
yeah, I'm like, forget this
I
guy
mean, we-
in other
What?
coffee shops.
Went
What?
to Scrimshaw. We
You
traveled,
drink coffee
dude.
at other
Dude,
shops all the
yeah.
time.
I
is what I'm
do.
trying to say.
I
Guys, I'm on
appreciate it.
FaceTime right
No.
I
now.
have no
Say
problem.
So
hi.
why you
with that.
hating on Dark Horse?
Say hi to Scott. Everyone.
Who's Scott? What's up, Scott?
Hi, Scott.
Yo, what it do, Scott?
I like your beard, bro. It's kind of cool.
Oh man,
It's like a
I
7
shouldn't
out
have
of 10.
shaved mine before the podcast.
Nah, the beard is like-
Scott's baby daddy.
That's your baby daddy?
That's my baby daddy.
You
right
have a
there.
baby?
I mean, not yet.
Oh,
We're working on it.
that's not good,
Oh.
Scott. That's bad news.
Yeah.
Bob the Builder.
Put the kibosh.
I'll call you back in 10 minutes.
Snip, snip.
All right, bye.
Whoa. Dude.
But anyway,
I
you
just
you
wanna
want to know
let
about the
y'all know.
PJ, dude?
Everyone's watching the podcast
Tight.
or listening.
That's
sorry.
fucking legit.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Fucking legit.
Hey,
That means that they're
hey,
watching
thanks
right
for
there.
tuning in, y'all.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
flip them off, though.
My mom.
Yeah.
Don't flip them
No,
off.
flip off
Hey,
mom.
Kano
Mom.
appreciates
Love you,
it.
Mom.
Don't flip them
No,
off.
that's
Don't
how you
flip
say
them
hi
off.
to
I don't
mom.
like that.
Yeah, dude.
That's not chill.
Kano.
Bro, it's super
I
chill.
do no, because like when you're gonna flip somebody off, like bro, like yeah, like fuck you, bro,
Okay,
like
first
on the
of all-
real. But like
That's how I
if it's
think
the
of it.
homie, if it's the homie, like if I see you on the street, like yo, what's good, G? How you doing?
But I don't
Like,
do this.
Yeah, like and I'll fuck you, bro. Like, like homie, like what the fuck?
Sorry.
I want to embrace
It's
you.
the one
like,
thing that
yo,
I
what's
don't agree
good,
with you on.
You know,
Wanna
you feel
bring
me?
it on? Oh, because my parents are so white.
I'm just saying.
What?
What?
Exactly.
I don't even know what you just said.
She
What?
said white privilege.
No, I didn't. I
Ah.
said because my parents are so white.
Are they white?
I don't know. Where did I spend Christmas, Kano?
I don't know.
In Mexico.
Puerto Vallarta.
Are they Mexican?
So they.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, what did you just go there because you were privileged, or did you just like,
No.
like I don't know what the fuck? Like, what do you want? What are you trying to say to me right now?
You
Are you
are-
Mexican?
I already told you my past.
Where in Mexico are you from? I'm just curious.
I actually know where she's from. She's from where I'm from.
Where's your family?
Jalisco.
Her
My family's from
Really?
Puerto
Ah,
Vallarta.
see.
Fucking me too, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's what it is.
damn,
Jalisco
Oh
es
my
Mexico.
God, fucking shaka, bro.
No,
calm
that's,
down.
that's why we're all fair skinned.
Is
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Well, mine's a different story.
Whatever.
I mean,
It's 'cause
my
I'm-
pops is super
I can't wait
dark.
till next week and I can tell you
Bro.
like my family history. Fuck.
Yes, please, yes.
I have to get
Keep that shit.
permission from my mom to drop her shit too.
Oh,
Dude, you
shit.
talk to your moms.
I'm
If she
go-
want to talk to me, let me
She's
know.
watching right now. Why don't you ask permission, dude?
I'm not.
Can
Gonna,
you ask?
I'm not asking permission right now. I'm not asking.
No, I
Is
want-
she
I want
watching
him to
your
ask.
interview?
I want
Yeah,
him to
that's
ask.
what I was about to say. Like, is she watching this right now?
Yeah, she
Okay.
texted me. Yeah.
Can
No, stop. I will talk to her later.
Mama Blackstone, can she please
No, she's not
tell
Mama
your story?
Blackstone.
No?
So you need
Damn,
to
bro.
chill.
Ignorant.
No, Brynn Blackstone, right?
Hey,
No.
keep that to yourself,
I
man.
have my dad's last name.
Ah.
Mom is remarried because mom has a different.
Mama, can we please? That's fine. Can she please? talk
Brownstone?
about
Is
your
it Brownstone?
story? What?
You're so dumb. Someone get him some milk.
Or
Yo,
water?
No, that was
I
like
bet
the
Kano
whitest thing
drinks
you've ever
milk
said.
with ice in it.
I don't drink milk at all. Thank you.
Oat
What?
milk.
I drink oat milk.
He
I do.
drinks goat milk straight from the teat.
Oat. Oat.
Beast milk.
Not goat.
Wait, you wanted to.
I'm just talking about you sucking on some nipples.
Dude,
I
you
just
got
want to
that
know.
Nipples.
Mistletoe right here, dude.
His missile nip.
You gotta dig through the hair though. I'm a real man.
Dude.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I guarantee I have more hair on my chest than you.
I don't
That's
know.
a fucking lie.
No.
That's a dirty
I was like,
fucking
I
Prove
don't,
it. Prove
I don't know.
it.
Dude.
Look, he's
I'm-
upset that you even insinuated.
I'm Lebanese and Jewish, dude. Get on my fucking hair level, dude.
I'm Mexican, G.
Wait.
And Irish. It's red and dark.
Ew.
I got red in mine too, dude. I don't know. I'll do the rest of this shit shirtless, bro. I don't give a fuck.
And I'm pale. It happens.
But you wanted
man.
to know about the,
It does.
That's
Oh
fucked
my
up.
God, my whole
It's
feelings
real.
are hurt right now.
I legit
One-
look like
a whole
Conor
feeling?
McGregor with my shirt off.
bro.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
but that full clean shaven though. I seen him.
Not without clean. I'm talking with the beard. This is what happens. Like,
If I was a guy, it would be so much easier for me to describe why I'm single.
We just saw your baby daddy. What are you talking about?
yeah, you just saw your baby daddy.
What
he
was
called
that
us
about?
in the middle of the
FaceTime someone
conversation.
on a
What is
podcast
that?
Who doesn't?
That was
He's
Bob.
he's in Florida.
What
So
kind of
that's your
baby's
long
daddy is
distance
that?
stick?
No, so another dating situation. I've been,
Was that
it's
recently?
not funny. I
That was when we landed
honestly
in
like
Indiana. That shit was
I
waiting for
genuinely
us
like
at the
care about
fucking
this person.
sit,
Yeah, we've
though.
been friends on social media for probably 6 years now.
You met him through social media?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been friends for 6 years on social media. He lives in Florida. We're hockey. We met through hockey. We're hockey friends. And yeah, I don't know. We fucking vibe.
FaceTime sometimes.
So
Obviously.
have you ever actually met him face to face?
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's coming to San Diego in a couple months.
Damn.
nice.
Yeah.
Cray,
You got
cray.
competition.
Huh?
What?
It's not coming. It's a human that has shared similar past things that I've dealt with, and we fucking get along, and he's known me at my lowest and my highest, like through my marriage, through everything. So yeah, I give a lot of fucks about this person.
That's what's up.
Yep.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
And that was Bob.
No,
What was
I
his
called
name?
him Bob the
what was his
Builder.
name? What
That
was
was
his
me.
name?
That was
His
my
name
bad.
is Scott.
Scott. I'm sorry.
Scott, if you're watching, you're probably not, but we love you. I do.
Shout out Scott. Shout out Scott.
Yeah.
25% love.
Okay. Well,
25%.
I don't know you.
109 over here.
I don't know you, but I respect a fellow bearded person.
Yeah.
So, you know.
That's a solid beard, right?
Yeah.
It was real.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
It's pretty
You
solid.
put some work into that.
Mine
shit.
it gets thinner when I stress out because I pull on it a bunch.
Well, stop kissing
That makes
people under
sense.
your nipple toe.
I can't help it.
What the
Kind of always turns me away when I wear this shirt.
It's a nipple toe. It's
I've
not a
literally
mistletoe.
never seen that shirt. You stop lying.
I can't believe they made that shirt.
Why?
I'm calling it nipple toe.
It's just a mistletoe.
It's a nipple toe.
It's a coffee tree because the
okay,
fucking coffee
it's
berries
not. It's
are
a
right
nipple
there.
toe. It's above his nipple, and it's a mistletoe.
I
It's
thought it was a
nipple toe.
marijuana plant with little like red berries
It's a
on
freaking
it.
nipple toe. Whatever, dude. It's nipple toe.
Wait, what just happened?
Dark, it says dark.
a
Stupid.
full-on-
It's a
there's a
pony.
full-on-
It's a pony
Stop
roaster.
trying to represent other coffee shops.
I don't work for him.
Yeah, what's up with that, bro?
Yet
I don't work
You're
for
cut
him.
we've got a
off,
coffee
okay.
roaster here.
That's right.
I'm a free agent. I got my own coffee company coming out, bro.
It does. He does.
This is not a commercial.
Where do I buy the bean at?
They'll be
Seven Seas.
releasing January.
Online only.
Online only for a while, yeah.
Yep.
Damn,
I'm
I
gonna
love
open a
Online
shop,
only.
but it's gonna be
It's not who you
not
know,
in
it's who you
California.
roast.
No, online's best. Yeah, man.
Online's best. Yeah, you know, I gotta leverage that
You
YouTube
gotta take
following.
that.
You know,
I like
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
I like it.
like
Yeah, here.
15K right now.
Yeah.
Shh.
It's cruising.
Really? 15K?
Dude, 15K. Dude, on like last week he was like at 12. That means it's grown.
Wait, what are you doing on your YouTube?
He's Sprometheus.
You talking about coffee?
He
about
wishes.
Are you sure?
What? Dude, that's.
Do you have a coffee
work.
podcast?
I did
He
have
does
a-
not, but he comes
I
on
did have a
mine.
coffee podcast.
Of
He
course he
did.
does.
He comes on Sprocast.
There's my numbers right there, bro.
Stop.
You can see.
Wait, are you getting paid
Dude,
by
no.
YouTube? Is
I
that
am.
what the-
He
I
is
am.
getting paid by YouTube. He's a legit YouTube star, bro.
Wait, at what point do you get a little money from YouTube?
So it's
At what point
ad
do
revenue.
we get money from YouTube?
Oh, yeah, but at what point
Real.
do those
'Cause we're gonna
ads
need some
generate
sponsor
revenue?
for
How
that.
many follows?
You have to
we
have
already
1,000
got Thorn.
subscribers
That's what I was saying.
I said
Okay.
sponsor
and
Rose.
4,000 watch hours.
That's,
in a
that's your
year.
responsibility.
I know.
That's it in
That's
a year?
it.
No.
And
Now
then
he's
and then
my
you can turn into a partner, and then you start
Okay.
earning ad revenue. You earn 55. YouTube takes 45.
So, do you
Jesus.
get to decide which ads are placed on your
You do not.
content?
You do not.
So you could be advertising anything.
I've watched them before, like on a different account, just to see what's advertised.
Yeah.
Some of it's cool shit that I'm down with, and some of it's like Keurig. But whatever, it's just coffee shit.
Yeah.
But what about like when James Hoffman does it in the middle of his fucking podcast?
So James Hoffman, if you're that big and you don't have to run ads, like he usually like someone will
He
reach
does a
out
plug.
and he'll do a plug.
He'll
Yeah.
do a plug in the middle of it. He's like,
It's very
"So, hey,
different.
before I give
Speaking
you
of
the rest of this
Squarespace-
espresso."
It's that
Yeah,
on
yeah.
top of any
Yeah.
ads that are running.
Yeah.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
Like sometimes if ads realize you're running an ad within your show, they'll demonetize you.
Okay.
YouTube's a whole fucking thing. I've learned a lot about this year.
Yeah.
no, we were talking about YouTube pretty tough about this, but before the podcast, we were talking.
We're talking
like,
about the analytics as well,
cameras
right?
and Analytics.
Dude, analytics
Yeah.
is insane.
Yeah. I was asking Connor because I haven't used the YouTube analytics before, but I've fucked with like Google Analytics, Google Tag Managers, things like that for like websites, web pages, etc.
Oh, I'll show you the analytics after the podcast
Yeah?
because like you could just see everything. I'm changing my intro this year because I was doing 15-second intros because that's the max amount of time you can post your Instagram story.
Right.
So I was always promoting it on my Instagram story. And now I look at my analytics and I see that like there's a huge drop off within like the first 5 to 10 seconds. So people.
So you gotta.
Yeah.
Dude, well, that's the
Flip the
thing.
switch.
No, like with this dude that we just did, Ryan Bowers, when we did him, like we had him on the podcast last week.
Mhm.
When we edited the video before, like the videos used to be with like the intro music and then like a fucking whatever video intro. Bro, you just fucking put it on straight to the audio, boom.
Don't
Just
hit
go.
me, dude.
Oh.
Don't hit me, man. It's messed up. Oh. Okay.
There
In
you
the
go.
missile
That's
nipple.
What just
In the
happened?
missile nipple.
I don't know what just happened.
But anyways, what I'm saying is that like
Grinder.
immediately, just like super quick, fuck it intro. Just
See, I
like,
heard
go
of
right
Grinder.
in.
Never heard of Hinge or Hinger. Hanger.
I don't know what that says about you, bro. But
I don't know about
Whenever-
Hinge.
Whenever you're
I don't know
ready,
what this
I
is
would
about.
love to have a full segment of me going through my Hinge.
that should be that
Hinge.
should.
Can I see your hinge right now? Do you have
I
your
mean,
phone?
does Hinge sound
wanna see
like
it.
sexually
Doesn't sound good.
appealing? It
No.
sounds like
No.
a problem.
No.
It sounds
it-
like a
it's-
fucking
Like, bro,
hassle.
I went out last night.
It's
I came home with a case of
definitely-
Hinge.
yeah, right. Like,
Shit's itching, stinging. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know about it.
Let's see.
Honestly, Bumble is where it's at. In my
Dude,
opinion.
I don't
Okay,
even.
I don't
Really?
know. I don't even know what Bumble is, but
Dude, I was a big
Let me see your
OK
Hinge. Let me
Cupid
see it.
fan.
please
way
hold.
back.
Do you have a
And
17
I
hated-
seen on your
hold
I
on,
hated the
hold
UI,
on.
the
Chris-
UI, but I
Chris-
loved
Chris looks good.
thinking.
Let me see Chris.
Hold
Let me
on.
No,
see Chris.
Chris
Let me
spends
see.
too much time in the gym. Let me tell you about
You don't have enough
Chris.
time for you, girl.
Okay,
Oh.
way too much.
Let me see.
Hold on. Let me read his shit.
me
There's
see it.
natural
Let me see it.
handsome.
So, Chris, ideal first date, bike ride along the bay at sunset,
Get the fuck
comedy
outta here.
night. Shh, let me finish.
Fuck
'cause
out of here.
I have commentary.
I'm just
you
saying.
know
How
have
am I gonna
commentary.
ride a bike and have a conversation
Your
with you?
First
fucking
of all-
Bayside.
I'll be
ass
yelling at
sunset.
you.
Shut the fuck
First of all,
up.
shut up. So ideal first date, bike ride along the bay at sunset, comedy night with wine, of course, in quotations, late night dessert, and
what
a walk.
comedy house serves?
Shut up.
wine?
And a walk under the stars, aka I have a small dick. There's a photo of me surfing.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Oh,
there.
you critique
Yes.
my,
Okay.
So
my
shut
profile?
up.
This is how you critique it?
Shut up! There's a photo of me in a best man's outfit at a wedding, and I'm not the one in the wedding.
But he's the best
Hold on,
man.
shut up.
Stoops.
I know the best spot in town for Italian food, seafood, sushi, and ramen. Obviously you fucking idiot, because you live in San Diego.
It's at like
Any
There's a
restaurant
photo-
in
Yeah.
any neighborhood.
Thank you. There's a photo of me smiling with the sunset behind me. Again, because you live in San Diego. Hold on.
I don't know.
Where
it's a good
do you
photo.
find me at the party? Food or the dance floor? Ideally at the same time. New Year's 2013, kissing fingers.
kissing
food,
fingers.
Kisses.
Food or the dance floor, kissing your fingers to the next generation. You
What
fucking
the fuck
pussy.
is that?
Here's a photo of me. Here's a photo of me with
poodle.
my mom's poodle. Thank you.
I can't.
Can we see the photos, please?
I'm
Can
looking.
I see this? I know
I
I,
want-
can't see.
Here's what I want. I want you to. I
That's
want
not
you
even
Hold
a
on.
poodle though.
Okay, shh. It's his mom's poodle.
That's not a
Here's
poodle.
photo of me with the backpack with the striped
Tank top.
tank top on
Mhm.
in Disney World with a polka dot background because I do, again, have a small penis.
And
That's
don't
what he
forget
says.
that he's not there alone, boys. He's there with a girl.
And then here's Brynn.
And then here's Brynn. Oh.
Ew.
Oh, here's another person that liked me. Alexander. He's hiking a big mountain with
What a
veneers.
badass.
With veneers?
Someone accused me of having
He
veneers
has
on YouTube
veneers?
the other day.
Yeah,
that
he
was,
has veneers.
That
Look at
looks
his
Why does he have
fake. That
veneers?
photo looks fake right there.
That's
No,
a
it
green
doesn't.
screen,
veneers
bro.
are fake.
It
No,
doesn't
he's
look
talking about
fake.
the background. I
That
think.
photo looks fake.
His
Let's give him a
description-
chance, guys.
His description. I recently discovered that my friends say I have 2 faults. 1, I don't listen, and something else.
Haha.
Douchebag.
Is that what it really says? Like, let me see. Let me see your
I
phone. Where
confirm.
does this?
And
Like, let me see.
something else.
My friend said I have 2
Wait,
faults.
what?
I don't
What
listen
is
to
this?
something
This
else.
is Hinge.
Oh, so he's saying it's something else.
That's what
because-
he writes
Oh,
about
yes.
himself.
Yes.
Because
I-
he doesn't.
Yes.
Because
I
he
don't
doesn't
like the
listen.
UI.
Be quiet.
the
Let me
fuck?
finish.
Is this for real?
Let
Dude,
me
the
finish.
UI like forces you
What
to
a
tell a
dummy.
story.
God, let me finish.
I'm
Terrible.
sorry.
Let me
Like,
finish.
that's what it is.
Let me finish
Kinda
before
let her
I get
finish,
the
bro.
comments.
I want to see Brynn's Hinge
Yeah, where's yours at?
profile.
Where's your
let me-
profile?
Dude,
Let's
let me
fucking
show
skip-
you.
let's
Let me
skip
show
this
you.
guy.
Let's look at Bryn's Hinge, guys.
I want to see what quotes you have because you post quotes
Yeah,
on your Instagram.
I want to know your stuff.
Let's look at Bryn's Hinge.
Well, here's the thing. Before we go into Brynn's Hinge,
Oh shit. We're
You
gonna
have
look
a
at your
Hinge
Hinge.
too?
I don't have a Hinge. I
Ah.
want Brynn
Wait, how
to
do
like
I view my Hinge?
read my profile and critique it.
Oh my god, I can't wait for this.
Do I have a
Brynn,
small
put,
dick
put,
profile?
put
I
yours
don't-
down for
I
a
can't-
second.
Small
wait,
dick.
Do I have a
Is
small
that
dick
what you-
profile?
Do you have a small dick
I
profile?
don't know how to. I don't know how to see my actual Hinge.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
wow. No,
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know how to view it.
I don't.
Where's your
Hold on, hold on,
photos?
hold on.
Oh, click on
Go down to
account.
the
Hold on.
bottom.
Let me
View,
see,
view,
let me
view,
see.
view. Hold on.
Go down
I
the
wanna
bottom.
Oh,
see.
this is you?
Shut up.
Scroll.
I'm gonna go through my Hinge. Everyone has to shut the fuck up till I'm done.
But we're gonna critique it.
Go over here,
No,
closer to
I
us.
will.
Can we give you? Okay.
Closer to us.
And we'll give you the male opinion, and
Oh
then
my
we'll
God.
say mine,
Yeah, we'll
and
give
you
it-
give the female
Shut
opinion.
the fuck up until I'm done.
Okay.
I'm gonna
waiting.
go through the whole
patiently.
Hinge.
Go right ahead.
Nobody says a fucking word.
No, I'm
Till I'm
definitely gonna
done.
say something.
If you say something, she'll restart. So
No.
fucking-
I wanna know.
No, Kano.
Okay, fine.
Everyone shut the fuck
Fine.
up till I'm done.
I'm gonna describe it
I
though.
will let you know.
I'm gonna describe. I have
Not
to
till I'm
describe it.
done.
We can't just have dead air.
Yes, we can.
No.
She's gonna read it. What do you mean?
Because
There's
I'm
not
gonna
gonna be
read
dead
the
air.
whole thing.
Okay, read the
Let
quote.
me read it. You
Quickly.
Fucking go.
describe it when
Fucking
I'm done.
go.
You fucking shut up.
Fucking go.
Ugh.
Fucking go. You finish that whole bottle of rosé. Go. Is that you or is that you?
Do not,
I figured I'd cut the.
do
the
not
tension.
comment. Do not comment on my Hinge.
Go.
Shut up. And let me
Go.
finish. Do not comment on my Hinge till I'm done.
That's not gonna happen.
Bring it up. Bring
I'm
up the
just gonna tell
closer
you right now.
photos. Photos over
That's
here.
the
read it
opening
first.
image.
Fucking bring it over here.
Is that
Let's
what
go.
that's what I'm starting off with?
We can't even see it, man. You fucking are facing away from us. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I saw it
just read it.
already.
It's
don't need
me.
to see it
It's
yet.
me in the doghouse.
Next.
Let me see.
Next.
Me in the doghouse.
Okay.
I would have swiped left.
Okay.
You would.
No, I would have
You
swiped
thought
right.
you would.
Wait, which way is the good way?
It looks like she's pooping in there.
Left or right?
Either way, the point is my ass can't fit in the doghouse.
Okay.
I'm a
Okay.
regular at sarcasm, obviously. I'm wearing a Pharrell hat.
That's
pulling it
you?
off.
Yeah, that doesn't look
that
like-
doesn't look like you.
at all.
Catfish.
I would remove that image.
That doesn't look like
I'm
you at
not
all.
removing that image because did my eyeliner in that photo.
That doesn't look like you at all.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's a good photo.
Okay. Okay.
Just
Let me
fuck
see.
off.
I'm now starting to connect the dots.
Like a half-face photo. A half
Oh, see, I like
go
the ne-
down.
no, no,
Go
skip.
down. Go down.
Yeah,
like
that's a better photo.
Half-face photo. Half-face
Yeah.
photo right there
I
with
can
a
use
fish.
both my hands.
That's
full.
Were you
typical.
just holding that fish or did you catch that fish?
First of all, I caught that fucking fish.
Damn, bro.
I-
sexy.
I
Speaking of
wasn't
the mic.
questioning.
Speaking
That
of the
was
mic.
him.
That was me.
I catch all my goddamn
Yeah,
fish.
I was just saying the photo was great.
What quote do you have under that?
I
Like,
don't
if
need
you
a
catch me in
fucking
life,
quote.
this is what
Well, you
get.
have it. Believe it or not,
No,
I.
it was Mexico. I don't need a quote.
Okay.
Speak for
Okay.
itself.
All right, all right, all right.
It says Los Angeles, but I'm.
It says Mexico, so.
Oh,
fuck
just
you-
above it. I'm
fuck
sorry.
yourself.
Sorry, I don't
What's
read
that
Hinge.
quote say? Say your
Believe
quote.
it or not, I'm definitely the funniest person you don't even know.
Yet.
I believe that now.
Quote on this photo because my ass looks so good and my arms look fuego.
You're wearing the same pants.
What does the
today.
quote say for that?
San Diego.
Okay. Let's.
You say okay like you're not impressed, but you actually
What's the
are.
quote saying to that?
First of all,
What's it say?
Shut up, Connor. I want
Oh,
someone
wow.
who can create a good balance.
Speak in the mic. Speak in the mic. Speak in the mic.
Communication and compromise.
Oh,
We-
this is
we
what you
heard
were
that
talking about.
earlier.
Yeah, we heard that
We heard
earlier.
it earlier.
Did I not say that it was on my hand?
You did.
just
Because I
saying.
did.
you did.
just saying.
Exactly. So
Let's
stop
check
being
the tape,
like,
Cotton.
Oh.
"Ah."
See, I like these photos.
Anyway, this family photo.
Can you blow those up? Can you
Aw.
blow those up?
No.
Blow
Can we
those
zoom
up.
in?
Shut
Blow 'em, pick
up.
'em on 'em and
you
like,
guys,
blow.
I specifically said do not fucking interrupt me when I go through my Hinge.
Okay.
So this is my sister's 25th birthday. She's born on Cinco de Mayo.
Tight.
Can I
Okay.
be any more fucking Hispanic?
Hey, Chihuahua.
That makes her Mexican. Is that what? Is
Yeah,
that what
I
I
you're?
said, can I not be any more? Because I was already previously.
Speaking of the mic.
Okay.
I don't need to. I'm talking
Speaking of
shit
the mic.
to him directly. It doesn't
It's
matter.
fine.
She's talking to me.
I know,
Connor.
Anyway.
but speaking of the mic.
Temecula.
Oh, I get it. You click into it and you can see text.
No, you see where the location is.
Me in Temecula at the
Oh.
bar that I fucking designed and opened myself.
Wait, that's
Yep.
you?
Yeah.
Yes.
You have dark
Dude,
hair.
She has a crazy story, bro. It's super crazy.
I was just saying you have dark hair. That's all I said.
You're
That doesn't
welcome.
mean.
I have no
she
hair.
has a
It's weird
Why
how that
does
works.
dyeing your hair mean you're crazy?
No, I'm just saying like in general.
We're
I'm
almost
just
done.
saying
Let her
in general.
finish.
Just go. Just go.
Just
Oh, of
go.
course it's connected to your Instagram.
please shut up.
Is it really connected to your Insta?
Yeah.
Why
fuck-
wouldn't it be?
Oh,
Why do I have to
wow.
hide? I'm not a catfish.
God
Ooh.
damn, for
Fuck
real.
me up, fam.
Ooh.
Fuck
Ooh.
me up, fam.
There's Scott.
That's what it
I
says
see
on
Scott.
your shit. Fuck me. Oh, where's Scott?
There he is. Front and center.
Maybe.
Nope, that's
No, that's not. No, no,
that's
no, no.
David
No.
Ty and David Ty.
That
That's
beard's
right.
thinner, dude.
No.
He
Now
was
that
at the
you've
party
zoomed
last
in.
week.
No, this is my 30th birthday post.
Yeah,
Oh, I like the sunset photo actually.
that was chill.
Oh, that
that's-
was
That's
90s
me in the
night.
wig. Hold on, look at the wig.
Yeah,
that was a good
Yes.
wig. That's a good wig.
that was a good photo actually.
That's my mom. Isn't she so beautiful?
That's your mom?
That's your mom's?
Yeah.
Oh, she looks really
Me and
young.
mom. We're in a wedding together.
Tight.
Oh, Barbie
There, that's a
Brynn.
better one. That's a way better one.
That's a
right
good photo
there.
too.
That's a
Who took the
way better
photos?
photo.
I don't. Oh, my friend Stefan.
With like a real camera or with the iPhone? Or like a phone camera?
Who's
Portrait
that?
mode, bro.
No,
Oh,
that was the guy I was dating that passed away.
Oh.
okay.
God damn it,
Don't wanna
Connor.
talk about
I
it.
know.
Sorry.
Fuck. I seen it
fuck,
on Instagram.
man?
That's why I wanted to ask. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. You should just read the description.
Okay.
Oh, that's my real attitude.
See, that looks like you.
Yep.
That definitely looks like you.
That's me on my fishing trip. No, I fish often.
Okay.
Do you
I go-
really?
I go to Mexico all the time.
What do you like to
Um,
fish for?
Usually tuna.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm in a lake, trout. It depends on the
Can-
lake.
Grab the mic.
But like
Sorry.
tuna, like yellowtail or?
Bluefin or yellowfin.
Oh, bluefin. Okay, cool. Yeah.
I usually go to Mexico to fish.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, so those photos are not fake.
That wasn't me.
Yeah,
that was
Ray Ray.
Kano.
I
Don't
didn't
look
say
at me
they
like
were
that.
fake.
I didn't say
they were fucking fake.
shit.
No.
No,
no.
you said
Nah.
you said did you
Fine.
catch the fish or did you pose with the fish?
I was just asking because it was a hinge photo.
'Cause
But then
we
she
could-
goes through her
we
shit
could-
and it's like, yo, like,
Why
yo.
the fuck would I? Okay, first of all, you should know me personally.
Yeah, have you met Brynn?
I mean, I have.
Asshole Brynn? You think I would?
I
post
don't
a
like consider you an asshole though because like I don't know. I'm like pretty
Yo.
cool to you all the time. So like I feel like.
Do you
if
think
I'm
I would post a fake ass photo of me and just be like, "Oh, look at this fish"?
I was just asking.
No, I'd be
Yo,
like, "Yo,
damn.
look at this trophy. It weighs more
Alright.
than you in your dick."
God
Cool.
damn.
Cool.
And your dick.
You could. You could have just said, nah. But like
I did. That's how I said.
There you
no.
go. There you go. Like all
That's
good.
what I heard.
Yeah. All right. Fuck. All right. We're at 2 hours and 43 minutes.
So you want to wrap it
We're
up?
fucking- Yeah, we're wrapping it up.
You
Let's
should just
go
say
get
that.
some fucking food. Let's go.
Like, I have to pee though.
All right.
I
I'm,
guess
Tell the
I-
people where they can find you at. Brynn, you're coming on next week.
I'm not hungry, but all right.
All right, it's fine. I'm gonna go eat.
I'm just gonna give you my discount.
Brynn, you're coming on next week. Tell the people where they can find you.
I guess here.
Next week.
What's your Instagram tag?
That was great.
Stop. What's your Instagram tag?
Lady_libation.
Libation.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Super
Yes.
libation.
And then Sprometheus.
at Sprometheus?
Yeah.
Sprometheus.com. The
You're
real
gonna have to
Sprometheus
spell that.
on
No.
YouTube. Real Sprometheus on Twitter. Fucking all the things, bro.
Twitter's still a thing.
Yeah.
It is. I just had got the name because I didn't want someone else to take it.
Yeah, that's
Tight.
like
So-
where you
Good
can
for
find
you.
our president.
My original Instagram name is Pirate Snatch, and I had to give it up for professional reasons, and I think a couple people took it.
You should have
You know,
kept it.
I would have kept
Kind of
it.
buried it.
Yeah, like-
and then
like
opened
a
a new one.
side
I mean, I
one?
feel like I could trademark that shit because it's my original, and I have proof.
My original.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Pirate Snatch.
My original Xbox Live name was Ken Dalcrotch, and
Tight.
people reported it as inappropriate.
Really?
You should trademark that shit
That's
too.
rude.
I know.
Kendall Crotch.
Yeah,
Kendall
dude.
Crotch.
What happened to like
Congrats.
freedom of speech?
I know, right?
What's your tag?
RL
Handle.
underscore perspective.
I think I followed you tonight on Instagram.
Oh, thank
Well,
you.
he hangs out. You'll see his dog on my Instagram a lot of time.
I'll follow you back.
Well,
I-
Oh, I know Bo. Bo's his dog.
Oh,
right?
cool.
yeah,
yeah.
I was
Boo-boo.
gonna say
Boo-boo.
like
Yeah.
I give Bo all the love.
Thank you. Bo loves that. Yeah, my story's up to date. My content.
When you,
I need to get out there and
when
take
you
some
have
photos.
small parts, you either have to get a lifted truck or a cute dog.
Wow.
Just kidding.
God damn,
Damn,
bro.
dude.
I thought you were
rough.
saying that like my confidence meant I had to equal a
She
big
was
dick.
like, "What did you say about the small?"
That's what I heard
was like,
earlier.
Oh, I have a small dick. 'Cause
Does it
I
tell
have
you
Earlier,
it.
I heard gap equals confidence, meaning big
BD.
Yeah,
dick.
but then you got a small dog, so it's just
Yeah.
like, oh.
But I have like.
you got such a cute dog, 'cause I got a cute dog.
Shit.
I'm just kidding.
It's not all
I'm
haggard.
just kidding.
Does that feel shady? To you?
No.
Does that feel shady to you?
Big
Punchy?
dick energy.
Is that what people
Big
think?
Dick energy.
That's all I want to know.
BD.
Big dick energy.
All day. Hey, when I have him, it's even more energy.
Wait till he
Trust
gets a
me.
tan.
But
God
hey,
damn.
hey, you might be hating on him, but if you saw him, you'd be like, "Oh, I see this dog. Like,
I
what's
see him all
up?"
the time.
Yeah, you'd be like, "What's up?"
I serve him beer. I just
To my dog?
Yeah.
to you. I see your
Oh,
dog.
thank you. Okay.
Oh, your dog. Your dog sits in my lap, no problem.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dogs
I'm
have
gonna have to talk to that little nigga about that. And I'll be sitting on strangers' laps and
said
shit.
40 pizzas in 30 days. That dog.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
Your
nah,
dog
G,
loves
nah,
me.
G.
You saw it at the coffee shop.
God damn.
You did.
Which coffee shop?
This one.
This
coffee
one.
shop. Fool.
When I bumped into her last. Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't even have to make an appearance. The dog was already itching to talk to me. So.
What the fuck?
Yo, you on extra 109? Like, yo, your swag is on another level. Yo.
It's not swag. Like the dog was itching for my
Like, you
attention.
need to go talk to Scott
Huh.
right now. That's what's happening.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
Might have to go home and talk to Bo. Some one-on-one, you know? Time for that man-on-man.
Yo, what's good, G? What's happening?
You're almost 7 months,
he'll
brother.
maybe he'll teach you something.
What the fuck? I already heard it. As soon as you said maybe, I knew it.
I don't know. When I heard man on man, I was like, I could say some shit right now.
Yeah.
But then she like jumped in there and it's like teaching at the dog.
It was more PG than it
Yeah, I mean,
than
like
it could
she
have
went,
been.
She went real soft on
Yeah,
it.
that's true. That's true.
That's nice.
We should do a little comedy podcast.
Yeah, of course.
Let's
Anytime.
do it.
Yeah, yeah.
No, like all the time.
Yeah, I like to poke the bear.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I am the bear, so.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what you're gonna call it. Poke the bear.
Today.
There you go.
Yeah.
Damn. All
That's
right.
him thinking on his feet. So
That's
we
it.
have time to.
God damn.
That's
Figure it
it.
out.
It's
I
2019.
have to write out my best of the best.
Yo, we're done.
Right.
We're done. This is the end of 2019. This is how we're ending it right here.
All right, 2019.
2020 is about to knock on the door. We about to do this shit. Anything you guys want to say before we get out of here?
It's great meeting y'all.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Good.
Tight.
Tight.
Super
I'll see you
tight.
next week.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow, bro.
All right, peace.
See you in a minute.
Later.
Bye.
Yes. And that's how we do it, y'all. That's how we bring 2019 to a close. We knocking on 2020's door, y'all. This is where it goes. This is the new start of a new decade. This is a fresh start, y'all. Let's go. Let's get another 10 years. Let's do this. I'm here with y'all. Thank you to Brynn. Thank you to Ray Ray. Thank you to Derm. Thank you to Sprometheus, Ace of Bays. And man, just let's get it, y'all. Be safe out there. Love y'all. I will see y'all in 2020. Let's get it. Hustle and motivate. Caffeine and green is what it is. Let's go, y'all. I'll see y'all in the new year. Peace.